What's going on, everybody? I hope you're doing good. It's your boy King Wakata. Give me 1 second while I get a couple things together. And we're going to have fun tonight. Yeah, we're going to have fun tonight. We're going to talk about TJ Felony and the ridiculous crusade that he has while ignoring all the bullshit that him and his friends like to do. But let's play some music real quick, get ourselves together.
White noise filling up a gold hotel. Money on the counter, so long, so light flash blue through a tinted pane. Everything holy got a barcode name. Midnight prayer with a rum stained tongue. Choir on a loop, same song. Blessings burn in a private jet flame. Heaven look close, but it don't
feel the same.
I've been drowning slow in a silver sea. Every ghost in the glass look just like me. Don't know what I lost, can't find what's true. But the sound keep calling, I'm coming through. Give me something I can feel. Like the sky just so I can feel. Like
This shit is a bop, right?
let it spark for me. Send a sign through the noise I breathe.
For sale. Careful. She might beat your ass, bro. Angry. She's angry.
Still the mirror keep waxing what I want. Penthouse view, but the sky looked at. Whole world turns off when I lay my head. Got angels and Prada, demons and fur. They all sing loud, but the words still blur. If I fall, then I just play that song. The one that says we ain't here long. I don't need peace, I just need proof. Oh, that the static can still be true. Give me something I can feel. Like the sky just so I can feel. If there's God in the wire, let it spark for me. Send a sign through the noise I breathe. Give me something I can hear. Something realer than the way I did. If there's God in the wire, let it speak for me. I've been waiting on a heart that beats.
You want to do that a little bit harder?
She said she missed that feel. I told her about that. New drug, see slow with the jet set. Backseat 10, got the world looking blue. Shawty too fine, got a sin or two. Money don't sleep, I ain't slept in days. Heart stay small, but my wrist insane. City outside looking real too fake. Slide through late, let the pain rotate. Don't say nothing. Top thing, I'ma need my space. When I call it swing, you know what we on, no games. Slide through lane, keep that same vibe. Don't talk much, it's just right. I don't need love this time. Slide through lane, keep that same vibe. Slide through lane, keep that same vibe. Don't talk much, it's just right. I don't need love this time. Slide through lane, keep that same vibe. Bands in the back, but the hurt still show. Every yes sounds so vocal. Told her don't post me, keep that low. Love get loud when the drinks get poured. In too deep, but I can't rewind. Every move feels stuck in time. She said, baby, you fine but blind. I say, shawty, don't pay no mind. Late nights feel like deja vu. Every 10 hide me from view. She got pride, I got proof. Still I pull up when it's two. Slide through the lake, keep that same vibe. Slide through the lake, keep that same vibe. Don't talk much, it's just right. I don't need love this time. Slide through the lake, keep that same vibe. Slide through the lake, keep that same vibe. Don't talk much, it's just right. I don't need love this time. Slide through the lake, keep that same vibe.
Stand up.
Slide through late, same vibe. She said she missed that feel. I told her about that. New drug, seats low where the jets at. Backseat 10, got the world looking blue. Shawty too fine, got a sin or two. Money don't sleep, I ain't slept in days. Heart stay smart, but my wrist insane. City outside looking real too fake. Slide through late, let the pain rotate. Don't say nothing.
All right.
Top team,
Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen.
when I call it swing, you know what we on again.
1 second. Let me put. Let's see where it's at. Oh. It should just went off. All right, 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, I hate the way this shit don't listen. God damn it. Jesus Christ, what's going on, everybody? I ain't even, hold on. Shit, where is it? All right. Now y'all can see me. What's up? Sitting over here. My uncomfortable chairs. Oh, I'm too big for these joints. That's what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are doing good today. And today, oh shit. Might as well get the music in the back while I get the weed together. Today, we are handing out smoke to this little shit, TJ Felony, who just goes around harassing people. I don't understand that. He does videos on just about anybody he thinks is not a good person on Twitter. Never mind the people that he runs with that are completely horrible people and deserve all the types of shit they get. You know, these are people that call people's jobs to try to get them fired because they said some shit you don't like. These are people that, you know, do this guy Psyop Anime. He does an anime online that he does with AI and shit, right? Bro, how this nigga try to call the IRS on him because Elon Musk retweeted the anime and he started getting mad views. This nigga said he reported him to the IRS because he thinks he's the one that started some type of crypto coin. You got dudes, you know, these dudes, you know, oh, I'm gonna try to get your channel taken down because you're reviewing a documentary that we don't want anybody to bootleg. You know, these same dudes done called what's that? Is it CPS? The kid for the kid shit, right? That's what it's called. Yeah. They tried to.
Yeah, different states, different things.
Yeah. What the fuck happened here? This shit got stuck. Yeah, they don't try to call DHS on people and get their kids removed. Like, who does that? And that's the type of people this cocksucker hangs out with, and he wants to shit on other people. Oh, you've been to jail. So what? We'll see you too. Nobody's supposed to know that. Shut up, nigga. And it, well, because he tried to make a deal. So, well, he says it was when he was a juvenile, but the age he tells you and the dates of the arrest don't match up. So what I think happened is he caught a case, and rather than go to jail, he decided to go to the army. You know how they used to give motherfuckers if you go to the Marines or whatever, go clean your record and shit.
This nigga's a whole loser.
All of these niggas. Fucking losers. But they said homeboy is live. Alright.
You know I got it. I got what you need right here. I got that sun.
They said he's live. Let's see what type of bullshit he's talking about.
Can you feel
because the Grays are O'Leary's biggest enemy. Everything's about the Grays. But I haven't heard them say that. Yeah, dude. I mean, the thing about O'Leary is he's a comedic writer. It says in his profile, and he's writing. I think a lot of these people should just be writers. Like they should just be writing science fiction stories.
Talking about the Greys interbreeding with humans and creating a hybrid.
Oh, he's not
Or
talking shit
creating
about people right
minds.
now.
You know.
So let's go back to what I was doing. What the fuck? Right here.
Got home today and
So this is the one that they was talking about. But this is just as many. Basically, he just goes around and talks shit about people, then hides out in his fake account so he can get into spaces and try to hear people talking about him. That's one of the reasons why he's not blocked from me. Because I'm gonna tell you how I feel about you in your face, nigga. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. But let's see what he's talking about. Because again, as a matter of fact, let's do a little backtracking to see who this guy is. So as you see, he likes to put people's stuff up. Breaking to your suspect Gabe the Babe, the same person he's supposed to be trying to defend now, saying Gabe is a Fed. Let's see this stupid shit he's talking about.
Red Panda Koala and Chupacabra, the other one that I think would probably reach the status of Fed. And the last one, this one's going to surprise a lot of people. It's the last account that I think has showed me enough where I'm starting to legit and have good reason to kind of look at and be like, is this a Fed? Is this a Fed? And it's Gabe. It's this account, Gabe the Babe. Everyone knows him as Gabe. He's been holding UFO Twitter spaces lately. And he hit this community.
What? Oh, let him finish.
Really hard, and he was the first to ever like stick up for me. To actually acknowledge that all these assholes are wrongfully trying to cancel me and blacklist me and bully me out just for, you know, exposing what's really going on. So,
really?
You know, I became friends with Gabe, and
really, like what? Spreading false allegations on people? Let's go.
Everyone heard that these guys were all grouped together over at Clubhouse and came over as a group with Chupacabra because they were run off for spreading CP. It was a question, dude. You were involved. Like, what do you want?
Okay, so someone you were asking a question, right? So I heard that TJ Felony had to resort to X because he was sharing CP on
this is
Facebook.
based on truth, though. You're just making up some nonsense.
Okay,
you guys all migrated from Clubhouse, right?
No, but where is your truth, right? Like, who did? Like, you're asking a question.
I'm asking you. I'm not making a statement. That's what you guys always miss.
You're retarded. So you're asking me right now?
Yeah, I'm asking you. Did you, Tupac, Logan, and all those people get run off of Clubhouse for sharing CP?
And this is a common thread with this guy.
For me, like I didn't know Logan or Tupa or any of them until I came here. When I was on Clubhouse, like I don't think you can even share images, even if I did have CP or was into that bullshit. Like I don't even know. Like it's just why would you? Oh my god, this bullshit is like so stupid. Like. Who did you hear that from? You won't share it, right? You're like so protective, but you feel fine like going on Twitter and being like, I heard that Logan and Kimball and Tupa were chased off of Clubhouse for CP. It's like, okay, who did you hear that from? And like, why would you? I mean, should I just ask the same question of you? Like, I heard that TJ Felony came onto X. I heard that TJ Felony.
But this is how his fucked up mind works. So he can't fathom that somebody else made it up, like King Milkfart, who is the king of spreading allegations on people, and that's who he basically learned that from. But this is a common thread. This is not, here's him talking about people's. Hold on, let's see.
I'll report it. But also at the same time, I have a question. I looked up what you said.
I'm about to just fucking boot you, man.
So you're able to post everyone's criminal records, but
there you go.
The reason it's different, Panda, is because the shit that girl did was as an adult, and it's on a public website. It's public.
But this is the thing. Who the fuck goes around looking up for dirt on people on Twitter? Who does that? I ain't never sit down and say, yo, let me look up this motherfucker's name so I can find his criminal record. Like, are you fucking stupid? Like, this is the weird shit. Right? This is him interacting with his idol, King Milk Fart. Is TJ obsessed with Red Panda Koala? And I want y'all to look at this shit. Well, I don't want to get my shit knocked off, but y'all need to see this shit. Look at this shit. This shit goes on and on. Just pay attention. Just watch that little screen. That's just going to keep going and keep going nonstop. That's nonstop. This is what a mental disorder looks like. This is what it looks like when you get a mentally incompetent person on Twitter. And it's just minutes of tweeting about a person. You see this? This nonstop tweeting about Panda. Are you kidding me? Just nonstop. Look at this shit. Just nonstop. Son, we could play some music. We could play a whole song. Talk about obsessed. Look at this. This is every day nonstop. Oh, I don't want you to beg me though. I'm cool. It's still going. Still going. And you need. Y'all see this shit? It's still going. It's still going. 3 minutes worth of scrolling. This is what you call obsessed. This is obsession. Oh, this was great. Check this shit out. This was let's hear this first. Let's hear this first.
Did he clear any of that with us before we went on the show? I know he didn't with me.
No, dude, I was DMing him immediately after it happened. Like, dude, did you guys just dox Panda? What just happened? I was fucking pissed. I left immediately. I was like, did these guys just lure me in here and dox Panda? I was fucking mad.
Yeah, so I want everyone to understand that, that context. I think it's important. But
I didn't like when he posted Panda's sister, and I made it fucking very known. Like, I don't like that shit.
You know, I don't know. I mean, to me, I assume he did it on purpose. To me, I assume he did it like in a fit of rage, maybe in a moment where he was just like, you know, fuck these guys. I'm so
Why
tired of
though,
it.
bro? We were winning. Like, that's how
We
you
were
win.
winning.
You have a
I know.
podcast that is popular, and you watch them cry about it. You don't need to dox anyone.
I agree. I agree.
We were winning.
That's why I'm saying, like,
Dude, we were winning. That
We were
was
winning.
I was fucking worried.
So did he? He was saying we were winning, right? So therefore, he admitted to losing, right?
Yeah.
Am I bugging? Am I bugging y'all? If he admitted that, oh, we were winning, which they weren't winning anything, but we were winning, so therefore you lost because you went to a podcast that's supposed to be popular, and you just do it to, you know, put people's personal information out there. And the crazy part is that they're sitting here bitching and complaining, and literally days after this, and the spaces are still out there. Look for that date, for that January date, on my feed. They're in the fucking space somewhere where Gabe goes in there and starts reposting Panda's information, and TJ went out and shared it and said, well, somebody put it out there. It's already public information. I'm not doing nothing wrong. Which is, oh, she was too quiet for you?
Huh?
She was too quiet for you?
Yeah. I see her.
Yeah, no, she over there laying, she looking for the cold. But you can't sit here and you know, and you're trying to act like you guys are the victims. You've never been the victims. You inserted yourself into something that had nothing to do with you. Like, TJ is a fucking dick. And then he gets mad when people call him out on it. But let's keep going. Oh, look, this is when TJ and Darren were angry, which I never got to see this, John. So this will be, but I heard that they were mad because Darren went on a space with Tupa and Panda, which is ridiculous. This is like little girl shit. Like, this tells you the type of thinking this fucking. Hold on, let's make this bigger. Look at this motherfucker's shithole setup. This is how this man lives. And he thinks he is a moral authority on anything. And Darren is just another fucking scumbag. When I mentioned earlier that this girl got CPS or DHS, whatever the fuck it is, called on her, it was Darren that got them called on her. It was Darren's wife, actually, or his ex-wife, or one of them bitches he was fucking. But they the one that did it. He thought some, oh, she was by law obligated. Shut your goofy ass up. That's what the Nazis said too when they was killing the Jews. Yeah, we're obligated by law. Does that make it any better? That's just a fucking way to hide. But let's check this bullshit out. Because fuck these people. I'm going to start doing nothing but videos going on his content.
In
And
the title,
wait till I get to the live. I ain't even get to his live yet, son. It's up.
I'm cutting them off. They're not gonna have access to me. I'm not giving them access to my DMs. I'm not giving them access to.
Yo, you sound. That's what an angry female says. Oh my God, he's not getting access to me anymore. I'm blocking him on all social media. I don't want to respond to none of his DMs. I'm just gonna let him see me out here hanging with other people and make him jealous. That's how he's behaving. You hoe ass nigga.
What I'm thinking.
How many times have I stood up for you, TJ?
I mean, dude,
That's true. That's true. And God damn it, you got that fucking music behind it. You're gonna get my shit. I can't do it with that fucking. God damn it. Why y'all put that fucking music behind it? All right, come on, let's see.
Just a rule I set for myself. And I don't know how many
There's
times you've stood up for me.
tons
Listen,
of
Yeah, I don't know how many times, a bunch of times, but that was a tiffy. I can't do it because of the music behind it. But TJ says his sources told him Chris Gray murdered his father because Gray was a Trump supporter and his dad wasn't. I've never heard this anywhere. Like, again, this is TJ doing his somebody told me shtick.
He was trying to connect that guy Christopher Gray still. He was still trying to connect that guy to first he said the hate group, and then he was trying to connect him to Lou Elizondo. And I just couldn't believe.
And that's where all of this comes from, to be honest. That's all it is. Tupa and Panda are not Lou Elizondo people. They don't trust him. They don't believe him. They think he's very nefarious. And TJ is one of the people that works for the attack dogs of Lou Elizondo. He worships at the toilet bowl that is, King Milk Fart. That's where he is. He just wants to be one of them. Let's see. Mike Disclosure is the ultimate victim and never does anything wrong, according to TJ. Right. So the guy that put, Panda's family information out there and his sister's, picture out there when she was underage. And, it's not Mike at all. Get the fuck out of here. Let's see. Grider is the only person to offer me cash to go harass people. I believe that. Grider does shit like that all the time. Oh, somebody erased that. What is this? When I'm freezing and I'm walking in the freezing cold and I see a certain car that I can jump in and go, it's hard. Oh, Mr. Everybody's a criminal.
He was talking about a specific incident where about stealing cars. I don't recall that story, that specific.
Yeah.
Big story. I know when I'm freezing and I'm walking in the freezing cold sometimes, and I see a certain car that I can just jump in and go. It's hard for me not to take it sometimes, but
it's hard for me not to take it.
All I can say with that is.
So this means either two things, my brother. Either you're the type of person that just lies and makes shit up on the spot like that. Like, who the fuck would be telling a story to somebody and be like, yeah, I when I'm cold, I'm walking outside, I see a car I like, I might steal it, and and not have to walk. Like, either you did the shit or you didn't. If you did the shit, you're just as much a criminal as I can ever be, and I've never stolen a car. He say he fucking snatched a woman's purse and shit. I ain't never snatched a woman's purse. He say he tried to dip out on a fucking cabbie. I ain't never tried to dip out on no cabbie. Like, I sold crack. That's it. Like, I ain't never attacked civilians. We have rules in the hood. But, this guy, either he did it and he's the type of person who looks for weaker people to take advantage of, or he made it up, and that's even worse. You're the type of person that makes things up when you're talking to people for fun. No wonder you're on YouTube making shit up about people. No wonder. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Weirdo? TJ Felony sad. So yeah, let's shoot over here, right?
I had my whole episode planned. I had everything planned. It had nothing to do with any kind of drama or bullshit. If you don't believe me, you can see right here. See, there's the whole plan for the episode. It was gonna follow the format of the episode yesterday, where I'm trying to avoid UFO Twitter bullshit.
Get the fuck out of here. Oh, this is the bullshit I'll be talking about. So let's see. He's trying to avoid UFO bullshit. He's trying to avoid UFO bullshit. Look at that. He's trying to avoid UFO bullshit. This is how easy it is to show how full of shit these people are. Like, All of them. They're all UFO. They're all Twitter. This is how easy. Look, here I am. Here I am. That's how far I got. You see that? That's how far I got. And then I was like, yeah, this guy's full of shit. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's how far I got in the video. That's how far, look. That's how far I got in this shit. When he was talking about how Panda got doxxed. And over here, he's talking about, oh, he doesn't believe that they did it. I could show y'all, but what the fuck? This was about me too. Anytime he talks about NASCAR mummies and shit like that, it always has to do with me. But look at it. Look at it. Who is the Tupa crew hate group? Look at it. That's it. All of them. All of them. All of them. So when he sits down here and says, oh, I had a whole thing planned, look,
Everything
that's all
planned.
bullshit.
It had
So y'all know that's all bullshit. That is all bullshit. All right.
nothing to do with any kind of drama or bullshit. If you don't believe me, you can see right here. See, there's the
We
whole
don't believe you,
plan
bro.
for the episode. It was gonna follow the format of the episode yesterday, where I'm trying to avoid UFO Twitter
That nigga wrote that shit right before the show started. Stop the cap.
bullshit specifically, just because I don't think it leads to a successful YouTube channel. There's only so many people that give a fuck about
Yes.
this goofy UFO Twitter.
Yes, tweet. Yo, nobody gives a fuck, bro. That's the whole thing. You're a angry incel that all the people you thought you were gonna be able to be cool with don't agree with none of your stupid thinking. That's it. That's all it is, my brother. Motherfuckers don't care. They don't care. But you want to spend half your fucking life, adult life, doing fucking posts about, me or Tupa, Panda, or non-cred, just talking about all these people and trying to play the victim. And then the crazy part is, the moment you stop fucking with them people, you'll be like, oh, I defended him, but he's a piece of shit. So you knew he was a piece of shit while you were friends with him, but you still defended the guy. So therefore, you're just as much a piece of shit. It's just that he's not on your good side. This is the stupid ass thinking that you get from these type of motherfuckers.
Drama. But I got home and checked my DMs. I was doing, adult important stuff all day. And
That nigga was doing adult. That nigga, run that back. What he said, adult what? You was doing adult what?
channel. There's only so many people that give third, fourth space I've documented now where these guys are badgering a dude that's going through the health scare of his life, a young man, early 30s, and none of these people.
The same dude I just showed you, he said was a Fed. The same dude I just showed you that he was talking shit about. The same dude who's going around putting people's information out. And look, here he is using people's personal information. I think that's somebody's mugshot. But this is what he does and wants to cry victim. Woe is me.
People have any compassion? Dude, I've got so many issues here. I don't even know where to start, to be honest.
How about is he telling the truth? I got the same questions about him saying he got brain cancer, the same way I got questions about you saying you stole a car. You're all fucking liars. Y'all make shit up. You literally, the way you was acting, either you did it and you're admitting to be, one of the worst type of criminals that there can be, or you just made it up. So now you're showing people, because you've already said it before, that you got mental stability issues, and that's coming through with your obsessive behavior towards Tupa and Panda. That's really what it is.
First off, right away, little wanker non-cred can't miss this opportunity to go spread hurtful messages about people. Kimball, of course, right there on his intros account. Like, that account is supposed to be about, like interviewing ufology experiencers so they can get
It is, and he has a lot more than you ever have.
their story
But again, you don't care about any of that. You're just here trying to make friends and, create something.
out. And he's in here trashing on a guy that's going through, basically brain surgery, life-changing surgeries here.
I'm just going to say again, has this motherfucker shown any evidence for any surgery that he has done? Yo, son, real quick. Let's say you go get brain surgery. Are you going to come out of your brain surgery and go live on Twitter?
Can't even do that. Like right after surgery?
That's what they were saying. He was out of surgery, so he was groggy.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, these dudes just be, if number one, if a motherfucker got brain surgery, you're not gonna be on Twitter fucking with people. You're gonna be, spending time with your family. This might be the end of it. Yeah. From the hospital bed, you're on Twitter talking shit. Yeah, they just took half my brain out, but fuck you niggas. That shit don't make sense, son. So, yeah, I don't believe, I'm sorry. Like, it is what it is.
You got Zim, all these nice guys. I can't stand these phony nice guys. And I see Buddy here, Alien Protocols. He's been coming into our spaces lately and hanging out. Dude, everyone likes Buddy. Really good guy. What the fuck are you doing in here, dude? And I understand.
Again, this shows you the stupid way of thinking this dude has. Like, in the real world, adults speak and listen to everybody else. Let's say this is the type of guy that likes to hear from all sides of the field. And he says, well, all of these guys, they seem to have a certain type of way of thinking. Let me go see what's going on over here. These people got a certain way. This is the stupid tribalism mentality that you get from this whole Lou Crew side of things. Like, I don't know what's up with, they're all weirdos. Seriously. A lot of these dudes are just weirdos. I don't understand it, to be honest. That's real shit. A lot of them is just straight weirdos.
Dan, you probably are coming in here to tell these guys, like, look, this isn't cool. Buddy has spent a lot of time with Gabe in our spaces. I think he was in the most recent one, Buddy's.
Again, look, think of this stupid mentality he got. It's like a little girl in grade school. Oh, well, you were sitting with them during lunch. You can't come sit with us now. It's like, what? Shut your goofy ass up. Like, it's like he's literally hating from outside the club when he can't even get in. Like, it makes no sense. Like, I don't care. Let me tell you, when I do a space, I don't care who's hanging with who. And, oh, you were in this person's space and I don't like this person. Or this. Like, what the fuck does that matter? You're coming into a space to talk, trade ideas, listen to people, and sometimes just bullshit. Maybe the topic they're talking about is better to listen to than the topic somebody else is talking about. Maybe they don't want to talk. They just put it on play, and it is what it is. That's what we listening to, whatever I'm doing, what the fuck I'm doing. Like, y'all, like, this is the stupid tribal way of thinking. This is one of these people that will vote for whatever politician wears the color hat that he likes. He doesn't care if he means it or if he's lying, but he's going to vote according to what he thinks is like, well, I agree with this guy. Never mind that he wants to kill a bunch of people or whatever, but, he's against abortion, and I like that. Or he's for abortion, and I like that. It's just like stupid shit like that.
spend out, an hour, 2 hours in there hanging out. Now, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. The buddy is going in here to be like, you guys are trashing on a guy that's about to have brain surgery. He might not make it. Like, you understand what you're doing, right? You understand how this looks, the levels of sadistic nature, how mentally unwell you have to be to wish suffering on another man just because you don't get along.
You do it all the time. You do it all the time, bro. Like, you try to get people's channels knocked off. You want people to lose their jobs. You want all that shit. You want to inflict suffering on other people the same fucking way. You do it all the time, bro. We just went through a whole 3-minute video. A whole 3-minute video. Where is it at? A whole fucking 3-minute video right here. Hold on. A whole 3-minute video, bro. Right here. 3 minutes of this motherfucker. Oh. Hold on. A whole 3-minute video of this motherfucker right here. Obsessed with Panda and Tupa. Or the people surrounding them. Look at it. It's a whole rap song, bro. Like, I could play a whole fucking song and just... I can't... When you make a fucking... a screen fucking... a screen player, like when the screen go to sleep, you don't even need 3 minutes worth of shit. It'll just loop it. And this shit is like a whole song. This shit is ridiculous, son. But you over here talking about what?
On Twitter. You understand that, right? Like, I'm
the fuck is you
assuming
talking
that's
about?
what Buddy is doing here. But why even join that fucking space, dude? Like, you are so much better than sitting in here with these losers talking about how funny it is that a dude is about to have a life-changing...
Again, this whole, why are you in this group? Like, okay, where's your group? Where do you have a group that it's all the people that all get along with each other? Where is this make-believe world in your mind? This is another thing you'll never see from these people. They'll tell you, nah, I'm good. I'm high as a kite. They'll be like, nah, I'm good. This shit is, all these people are bad. Okay, so where should we do a group that's better? Oh, I'll do a group. All right, do a group that's better. They get their group ready, and it's like, oh, did you vote for McCain or Obama? Okay, you got to get out. Did you, are you okay with LGBT? Yes or no? Okay, you got to get out. And then they go down the line. Do you believe in Easter? No, you got to go. You know what I'm saying? But down the line, next thing you know, out of a group of 100, it's 30 of them. They're like, all right, now we're going to work together. Where does that work? You're supposed to talk to people that don't agree with you. You got to change their mind using your fucking words. That's the whole game. But you are intellectually unable to do that, brother. So, and again, there's no evidence for that being true. You're literally going off of it just because you agree with Gabe, whatever, after you fucking said he was a Fed, you made up or whatever, and now it has to be true because he said it. That's it.
surgery at a very young age. It's just, I've never experienced this level of sadistic cruelty. Another thing, Gabe he's been going through this for the last 2 weeks. He's very inactive on Twitter right now. He's not everywhere, bugging people. So this is just continuing.
Look, he just admitted to it. He's not running around bugging people. So he's not running around being a pain in the ass, so therefore you believe that he's got brain cancer? So you telling me that this dude was such an asshole that he stopped being an asshole and told you he got brain cancer, so it has to be true? I'm just reading between the lines, bro. So you agree that he was going around being an asshole, like putting people's personal information out, like me, Panda, Tupa, I know you've doxed non-cred. Like, bro, like that's all y'all do, and it didn't work on me because honestly, I don't give a fuck. I told you motherfuckers, I used to sell crack. That's what I did. I cooked and sold crack. I went to jail for it. That's it. And this time, I didn't do nothing wrong when I went to jail this time. I'm talking about my prior past. I'm innocent this motherfucking time. Wasn't no drugs in my house. But yeah, man, like it's just stupid, bro. So you believe him because he was such an asshole online, and when he stopped being an asshole and he said, "Yeah, I got brain cancer," you're like, "Yeah, that makes sense."
Gabe didn't do anything to bother these guys.
Gabe didn't do anything to bother these guys. Let's see. Let's see. That's what we got the harassment archive for. Gabe the Babe. Uh-huh. Let's see. Breaking Gabe the Babe in them. Yup. What is this? Gets groomed by Elizondo once. Let's see. The way people are wishing. The way people are wishing death for Gabe is awful. Bro, I don't wish death on him. I just don't give a fuck. And number two, I don't believe it. I'm gonna be honest with you. So this is, let's see. So last night you sent me a DM deciding to wage a war of hate on two community members, apparently, and randomly telling me to go fuck myself when I've done nothing but support you. But all that behavior is totally normal for this community. And what I did crossed the line. And he says right here, you're fucking crazy, Logan. And when your criminal record is obviously exposed, you'll feel a different kind of pressure. If you were a man, you'd directly confront me, but instead you have to get support to annihilate me, bitch. There you go. Same guy claiming he wants everything normalized and for there to be a more balanced, cohesive community. Yep. That was Gabe. Let's see what else. Yep. 26 year the Gabe. Look at that. Oh, somebody got shot.
All right, we got Gabe the Babe up here with his hand up. What's up, Gabe?
2026 is the year of the babe. 2026 is the year where UFOX really bifurcates into, and by the way, if you don't know that word, look it up. Bifurcates into, the educated class and the uneducated class. And what is going to happen is, you guys can keep running your drama spaces. You guys can keep
We will.
you guys can keep having your racist spaces. You guys can keep having your misogynist spaces. You guys can keep having your drug spaces even.
Now, how many motherfucking fucking bells and whistles did this motherfucker just tick off? Interstellar agrees with you, Kimball. You say I've called out Gabe for his cruel behavior and doxing. Don't fight cruel with cruel. An eye for an eye makes the whole world blind. Unless you strike first, then you end up with one eye, because you'll be able to dodge the other one. But again, this doesn't take away the douchebag this dude was. Your friend Mike Disclosure doxed Red House and threatened his life. I'm not going to feel bad for racists and misogynists. So we gotta feel bad for Gabe But
Hey, Gabe, your friend Mike Disclosure doxed Red's house. Like, you know, and I saw your comment in response to Mike this morning in regards to Estimate saying, let's not dox people. And his response was, well, it's publicly available. I didn't dox him. Yeah, you're hanging out with known doxers. They also threatened the lives of Red and Tupa, talking about how they would suicide themselves. I'm sure you're well versed and knowledgeable on all of these topics. But I just want to ask you, yesterday in Mike's space, let me finish my question. Let me finish my question.
And
We've heard it all
you
before
want,
for
if
years,
you
mate.
want a
It's not
violin,
new.
I can play you the
But you
tiniest
alluded.
violin. I can play you the smallest violin, because if you expect me to feel bad for any misogynist, for any 2026 is the year of the babe. 2026 is the year where UFOX really bifurcates into, and by the way, if you don't know that word, look it up. Bifurcates into, you know, the educated class and the uneducated class. And what is going to happen is, you know, you guys can keep running your drama spaces. You guys can keep
We
drawing,
will.
you know, you guys can keep having your racist spaces. You guys can keep having your misogynist spaces. You guys can keep having your drug spaces even. Y'all do you.
so the same dude. Oh, I don't care. I'm not gonna feel bad for him. I play him the smallest violin. We supposed to forget about that? How about this? Gave the babe doxed Psyop Anime's address and shared the creepy Mike Disclosure Choni's AI pic of RPK. Yeah, that was hilarious. Look, check it out. This is the dude putting out the guy's information, sharing AI pics they made of other people, sexualizing them. Like, this is the guy that you want me to feel some type of way about. It's a real question. Your friend Mike Disclosure. Yeah. This is the guy you guys want me to feel bad about.
Where's Sam? Washington.
So, right. So now we know he's a douche. Let's go back to the bullshit this guy was saying.
We're gonna listen to him. We're gonna find out though, because the space is still up. It was still up when I started this stream. So if they deleted that space, I'm telling you right now, it's to avoid me going and listening to it on this YouTube. But we're gonna get into it here in a second, dude. I'm so annoyed because I had this whole episode planned, and this is what now I'm gonna fucking talk about, and it just sucks because it's like I don't want to talk about this shit. But these guys have to be exposed for what they're doing. This stuff has to be documented. That way, when they deny it, like Tupa does.
Good thing we've documented it. And you think people haven't looked for shit on these dudes, man? These dudes, they've pulled out shit from, debates they were having on Reddit and shit about the First Amendment and shit and freedom of speech and shit like that. And they try to use that against Tupa because he used the N word and shit to explain how it doesn't matter what you say, it's still covered under free speech, whether it's frowned upon or not. Like, these are conversations worth having, but your tiny mind can't comprehend that. So, I always say the best way to keep, critiques and shit like that is don't lie. You don't lie, you be alright, son. Just be who you are. Like, you don't gotta make up stories about stealing cars in the snow because you was too cold. When you really probably just borrowed your grandma's car, son. Just say that. Shit, when it's cold, son, I just borrowed my grandma's car while she sleep. Technically, you stole it, right? But you bring it back. I'm not trying to hear that shit, bro. Like, y'all be believing these niggas, not me.
Can you prove it? Can you prove it? We can say, yeah, we'll go back to TJ's YouTube episode and we'll prove it. But I don't like talking about this shit.
But this is the thing with TJ's episode. He never tells you the full story. Like, I already know this from, having, dealing with him on Twitter. So, like, I already know what his little show is about, it's probably nothing more than like 30 minutes of him talking shit about everybody getting bored of them playing the video game. I guarantee you that's probably what he does, bro. And y'all seen the channel. I showed y'all the channel. Like, it's not like I was looking through his videos. Like, I checked out one or two of them when motherfuckers told me he was talking about me. And y'all seen how far I got in the video before I was like, yeah, this guy's full of shit. Because he doesn't know. He just makes shit up in his mind and puts it together, and that's reality to him.
I feel horrible for Gabe, for one. I DM'd him a little while back, like, dude, does any of this bother you that we're talking about this? The dude's, a real one, so he's like, no, put them on blast, show what they're doing. It's just next level fucking sadism, narcissism, a lack of empathy, compassion, zero ability.
Really, did Gabe sound compassionate? Did he sound humble? Did he give off humility vibes when he said 2026 is the year of Gabe the Babe? Is that not narcissistic? When they tell him, like, yo, your friends put, people's family in danger, not only by doxing them on a live show with hundreds of people watching, but also by passing this information to somebody who was mentally unstable and literally having mental issues. And what's crazy is that they knew he was having these issues because he was talking about it in his spaces and shit like that, so the community could give him some support and type shit. And this motherfucker passes him a dossier with motherfuckers' houses, house size, how many bedrooms, who lives there, how long they live there, how many square foot of the fucking house, like a whole layout. Why? Why give it to somebody who's having a mental issue? And these are the people you're covering for, TJ. These are the people you're covering for.
Ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes. Also,
you don't have the ability to put yourself in somebody else's shoes, bro. You don't. You don't want to. That's the difference.
You got Psych Ward Mike right here with his little butt buddy non-cred, talking about how funny it is a guy that is going through this, health issue. Do you guys believe me now when I told you that Mike was laughing, saying it was funny my dad had died the day before, and non-cred was just sitting in there giggling? Do you kind of believe me now, or do you still think I'm making things up?
Yes, I think you're making things up, bro. The same way it seems like you made up that story about you still in the car because you were cold, because you were trying to sound cool in front of people. Bro, like, you're... Bro. Yeah, you're making things up, bro. And so what? So what if your fucking father died? Who gives a fuck, bro? This is the fucking internet. Nobody cares. If somebody I love dies, the last thing I'm gonna do is go into spaces and be like, yeah, my people's died, man. How you guys doing? No. I'm spending time with my family, not online. Like, so again, like, get the fuck out of here. The internet don't give a fuck about your feelings. They're gonna turn everything into a joke. The fact you went into a fucking UFO space thinking motherfuckers was gonna comfort you is a joke in itself. Go outside and touch some fucking grass. Make some real life friends. Fuck is you talking about, man?
Let's jump over to the lab. And yeah, I got a couple new little graphics here. I wanted to fill in the gap. We're gonna...
Same dude that's out here, he's over here promoting prescription medicine. He's sitting here promoting pills to people. So that's his gimmick, a pill popper. He thinks that shit is cute.
I guess we're just gonna start with this space. It's about an hour long. And yeah, I wanted to give people time to get in here for a second. So I wanted to get through the space. And if we get through it and, with some time to spare, I'll go over some other stuff. And yeah, we'll do that. Give me 1 second here. Actually, I could probably go through over some X. I just don't want to give these losers time to delete it, because I imagine that's what they're trying to do right now. Once they hear I'm live.
This is the shit here. He's making this up in his mind. Once they hear I'm live, they delete shit. Who has the TJ is live the TJ is live account? Because I'm not in it. Can somebody put me into the OMG TJ is live? Nobody is going around erasing anything. It's just you making shit up in your mind. At no point does he fucking say, yeah, so-and-so hit me up, was like, yeah, this guy deleted it as soon as I told him you was live. No, he makes that shit up in his mind. That's all that is.
They're going to start DMing back and forth like, should we delete it? Should we take it down? What should we do? Because they're an organized hate group.
Again, where is the organized hate group is you, Darren, who's these other motherfuckers? The octopus guy, your Interstellar guys. You guys all talk to each other. You guys are all in DMs. Like, the fuck? The DMs I'm in, damn near all the Twitter's in there, son. You not in there, you mad. That's not my fault. Even Interstellar's in the fucking group. I'm sure he can send you some screenshots of the group, son. And it's like, 50, 60 motherfuckers in there. You not in there, you just mad. The fuck is this nigga talking about? Who is deleting their shit? Because TJ is going live, y'all. TJ is going live. So we got to delete everything before the motherfucking the CIA watches his stream and finds out we're all doing illegal shit and doing hood rat things with our friends. Fucking stupid.
That's what they do. They are organized. They coordinate. They work with each other.
Coordinate shit.
The bigger accounts will use crash test dummies like this Mike guy to do this stuff. What's up, Whoopty?
Dude, Mike's account was like at 5,000 or was it 50K or some shit like that? I don't fucking know. 50K, some shit like that. This motherfucker was not in need of followers, son. When he lost his UAP Mike account.
You reviewing a video?
Huh?
Are you reviewing a video?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that nigga was live.
No.
I thought you was talking to him. Oh, boy.
No, man, I wish that motherfucker would come up in this bitch. I stir fry that nigga. He's so full of shit.
I'm watching how to fuck it. But I thought this nigga was live.
What was that, tea? You gonna make some more tea?
No, this is iced tea.
You should make some more.
Yeah.
I'm thirsty in the Iraqi hostage, son.
Yeah.
Oh, man, thanks. That's what brothers is for. Something TJ don't know nothing about. This motherfucker ain't got nothing, nigga. This nigga living room is in his kitchen, son. Like, this nigga sits on a sofa and washes dishes at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, let's get back to this.
Chupacabra, look, alien girl down here. Look at these people that are in this space, man. And right away, Interstellar was going in there to tell them they're all out.
Oh, yeah, so Interstellar, yeah. Look at all these people that are in here, but no, Interstellar was there to just be good. Yeah, that's my homie. Like, you don't get the fuck out of here, you fucking clown. Like, see? Fucking dick sucking action turned on 5,000 real quick. Yo, you ain't hear that shit? He was just talking mad shit. I'm about to back it up.
losers time to delete it, because I imagine that's what they're trying to
Look,
do right now. Once they hear I'm live, they're gonna start DMing back and forth like, should we delete it? Should
go
we
ahead.
take it down? What
Pour
should
me
we
some right here.
do? Because they're an organized hate group. That's what they do. They are organized. They coordinate. They work with each other. The bigger accounts will use crash test dummies like this Mike guy to do this
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
What's up, Whoopty? You know, Tupacabra, look, Alien Girl down here.
Watch,
Look at
watch.
these people that are in this space, man. And right away, Interstellar
Right away,
was
there,
going in there to
Interstellar.
tell
Dick sucking mode. That's the homie.
them they're all assholes. Justy was going in there to tell them they're all assholes.
And Justy too, you know, she's going in there to tell them they're all assholes. The same Justy that never knows what's going on just comes into space like, what are you guys talking about? Bitch, did you not sit down and listen before you come in talking? She's just want to be there and then be the victim. Well, why are you talking to me like that? You know, this bitch that always just looking for the issue? That's her. That's how she starts shit off. Yeah.
Assholes. But look who is joining this Gabe the Babe should suffer during his brain surgery space. You got just causes extortion, non-cred on his sock because his other one was locked. I wonder why.
Because you probably reported it.
Look, Alien Girl. Alien Girl. If you people out there go and watch Alien Girl's garbage channel, why don't you ask her what she was doing in this space?
Why don't you ask her yourself? You afraid to talk to a woman? The fuck? Obviously, if the way you feel is motherfuckers don't care about Gabe the Babe. They don't give a fuck. Why? Because he was a fucking asshole. I just went through and showed you how big of a dick he was. And a lot of this shit probably went under the radar because motherfuckers ain't even get a chance to record the shit before they deleted the shit. And a lot of this shit he did in spaces. And he made sure it was spaces that weren't recorded. So, like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, again, always the victim. Always the victim. They're never the assholes. There's always somebody else.
Tupacabra. This is Tupacabra and Red Panda Koala are the ones that orchestrate all this filth. And they use guys like this guy hosting it. Psych Ward Mike, UFO Comeback Kid. This guy spent time in the mental hospital recently. Everyone knows it.
See, something TJ is not talking about is that he was one of the main, like, UAP Mike was dealing with all these same people that you're siding with now. Tiny Klaus and King Milk Far. He already seen how they work from the inside and exposed them. That's why they don't fuck with them. That's why you're able to say all this shit about them, son. Like, that's the whole thing. That's when everything changed, when Mike came out and exposed motherfuckers. That's why they got his channel, his page taken down, so that they can get rid of the DMs. But he had already sent a few out from his joint. And we were able to see that people like King Milkfart would make fake allegations against people, even go as far as fake reports, police reports and shit like that to put out there about people. They did it to Ashton Forbes. And weren't you involved with that too? Like, get the fuck out of here.
And it was for online harassment. But you got all these big accounts on UFO Twitter. I don't know why Buddy's in there. I'm assuming he was telling them that they're gross, but we're gonna find out if they didn't delete it. And you got these bigger, pillars of UFO Twitter celebrating the fact that a guy is going through a brain surgery. Cambian, where are you, bro? You went through a similar situation. Everyone talked about how, dude, everyone supported you and said they missed you.
What we got here? That prick going after Amy again. I don't know who Amy is. I heard my name called. Yeah, there you go. You just did it. You just did it right on time. And look, Interstellar, right on your ass, right on time. Hello, quiet day in the hood. Crack business is dead. Don't forget to send Cash App. Given the link. Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Hit the link. What happened to the mummies? They're doing great. Did you not hear that Wawita and Maria got classified as Peruvian patrimony? And they're about to do the same with the other ones. And we got DNA tests coming out and all that. Yeah, we're doing great. I don't know where the fuck Kimball is at. Make sure y'all like the space, share it. Let's go with this bullshit.
And couldn't wait till you were back on your feet doing content. Imagine if you got this treatment. There's a serious just lack of compassion, man. I don't get it. I've been talking with Gabe about this shit. You don't know how when a friend is going through something like this and they're telling you, "No, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Everything's fine." You don't know how to handle it. But you can tell your friend is scared. You can tell they're not happy that they had to get rid of their dog. You know all these things.
Man, shut the fuck up. I don't believe he got any fucking thing. I think he was an asshole and he realized his asshole way wasn't working. So now he's gonna, survive his surgery. Well, I think he just had surgery, and now he's gonna be doing great, and he's gonna do a comeback tour where he's the good guy, and everybody should pay attention. I'm not trying to hear none of that bullshit, B. Fuck is you talking about?
And then you pop on Twitter and we're not talking about one space here where Psych Ward Mike was venting. What, this is the third or fourth episode now where they're all in a space doing this? Let's play it. Let's see what these scumbags have to say.
Nothing worse than he said.
God.
Mr. Play him the smallest violin in the world. In the words of Gabe the Babe, can somebody find me the smallest violin in the world so I can play it for this guy?
Let's see who the first to join this garbage is.
Your mom.
It probably won't take long. They come running for a crap on a guy going through fucking cancer treatment space. I remember.
How about people just like to hear them talk more than they like to hear you talk? How about the fact that you don't bring anything to the table, son? You don't bring any type of conversation worth having to the table. You have no original thoughts. You have no original philosophy about the subject. You lack integrity where it's needed. You lack personality. You lack all around. Everything about you is lacking. So you need to sit down, look yourself in the mirror, realize how fucked up you are, and just get the shit together, bro. That's it. That's all.
They had a couple on Sick-Tanic when he was going through chemotherapy also, didn't they? These are some sick puppies. Y'all don't believe me. These guys are some sick fucking puppies. And this entire community worried about a king milk fart because of his memes. Good God, what a bunch of fucking clueless sheeple.
Yeah, oh, hold on. Did you just hear that?
Ambien, man.
Did you just hear that? Everybody's mad about King Milfart because of some memes. This the same dude who literally makes fake posts trying to set people up to get, shit on. This the same dude that goes around screaming everybody's a pedophile, but he not allowed to go near computers. Come on, man. Come on. What we talking about here?
I absolutely love Cambion. I love everything he does. I just it's getting frustrating that he overlooks this stuff because he's a truth seeker, man. Don't you want the truth about what's going on UFO Twitter? Come look, bro. Get involved. Give your opinion. What do you think about this space, Cambion? Red Panda Koala, Alien Girl, all these people that you know.
You know, all the people that are actually trying to, find the reality of the subject, the people who create content for the betterment of the subject. You mean all those people got together to shit on somebody because they were a fucking asshole? Oh my God, woe is me. Woe is me. Get the fuck out of here.
Do you think Gabe deserves this?
Do you think Gabe actually has brain cancer? What proof have you seen aside from him telling you this, bro?
Like, these are the questions I have.
I mean, I got questions too. I hope you answer them.
Are they still on the Trump shit? Look, oh dude, he had to sit for a while. So he's actually having to sit a few minutes because nobody knows it. Like, dude, that's kind of a wild title, bro.
Again, isn't it hilarious? First it was, let's see which one of these assholes are going to come in first. Then is, well, you know, this is a wild title, so people aren't coming in. Do you see how he just looks for anything to... It doesn't matter. It's just people he doesn't like, so he wants to get at them. That's all it is, and I wish he would just be honest. The same way I'm honest. I just don't like you, so I'm sitting here talking shit and exposing you for the little bullshit artist you are. Simple as that. I don't give a fuck about what's going on in your life, nigga. You're addicted to pills. Obviously, that's what you're portraying to the people. That's what you're promoting on your channel. Fucking prescription pills. So that's your thing. Tell people, yeah, you know, take some pills and be like me. You know what? Keep doing that. It might be the best way to stop people from taking pills if they find out they're going to be like you. Let's go. I had to put my phone on the charger.
That I want Gabe to go anywhere. I am saying, however, if he ends up a vegetable, that's okay with me.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Why? So you telling me you can't recognize funny? Again, his retarded mind. To him, he doesn't see the comedy in that. That's hilarious.
His words. I want you also to recognize as we speak, another big account on UFO Twitter, the Astro.
That's what he's thinking about. He ain't look at porn in a couple hours. So he's like, oh my God, I gotta see. Fucking freak.
Is hanging out with this guy right now. So if you know the Astral, if you attend his spaces, go over there and ask him why he hangs out with this guy and why, you know, what this is all about.
Again, this is this whole weird idea that, oh, you hang out with this person, so you suck too. So what he wants people to do is basically the cancel culture. This is one of those people who found success in the whole cancel culture. Oh, all you people need to tell him to stop talking to this person. That's all that is, bro. Like, get your fruity ass the fuck out of here. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, son. Nobody cares. I give Astro shit all the time, but I've never went and said, oh, Astro, you talk to this person or talk to this person. Why you do that? Like, what? You just better be fucking that nigga. You just better be, like, worried about what the fuck he doing. Like, again, female shit. Female shit. This is estrogen shit, son. This is like a girl that's jealous. That's all this shit is.
Do they think it's okay to wish death and vegetable on people just because they don't get along on Twitter? Is that what we're doing now?
Look,
You made a joke. You made a joke. You made a joke. It was a joke so far. Let's run it back.
Where they're all in a space doing a crap on a guy at a go with alien girl. All these people that you know. Do you think Gabe deserves this? Like, these are the questions I have.
Yo, and this nigga got like the same 4 shirts, B. Like, what's up with this nigga? Somebody send him to the flea market with $20 to get some shirts. Like, what the fuck?
Are they still on the Trump shit? Look, oh dude, he had to sit for a while. So he's actually having to sit a few minutes because nobody knows it. Like, dude, that's kind of a wild title, bro. Edgelords. Here he goes.
That I want Gabe to go anywhere. I am saying, however, if he ends up a vegetable, that's okay with me.
Wow.
So that's the joke. I'm not saying that I want him to go or die or go anywhere, but if he ends up a vegetable, that's okay with me. Come on, man. It's a fucking joke.
Wow. Wow. Wise words. I want you also to recognize as we speak, another big account on UFO Twitter, the Astral, is hanging out with this guy right now. So if you know the Astral, if you attend his spaces, go over there and ask him why he hangs out with this guy and why, what this is all about. Do they think it's okay to wish death and vegetable on people just because they don't get along on Twitter? Is that what we're doing now?
Look, I'm not saying that I want Gabe to go anywhere. I am saying, however, if he ends up a vegetable, that's okay with me.
That's funny,
Jesus
son.
fucking Christ.
Because
That's
that
funny.
guy, right?
Why? Right? Looking for reassurement, reinforcement
It
from
was
the rest of the
hilarious.
hate. The rest of the hate group. Right? You guys are okay with this, right? Dude, you're so fucking gross.
Am I right? Fuck that guy.
Am I right? Somebody reassure me. Somebody come in and reassure me. I'm saying I want a guy to end up as a vegetable. That way I can laugh at him in my Twitter spaces. Tupa, Panda, Jess Extortion.
Again, it's just he's making all this up in his mind. I want you guys to understand this is what mental illness looks like. He's making all this up in his mind. So because Mike said that equals, oh, everybody that knows Mike is somehow some evildoer that deserves to die. Except the people that he knows that do awful shit and are known for doing awful shit, they don't, they're good. Dude's a weirdo, man.
Where are you guys at? I need reassurance.
He wished so much ill will upon me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah?
And like,
do you have proof of that? Do you have screens of that? Do you have
again, here this is the I know I'm guilty, but you can't prove it argument. Oh, can you prove it? Where's your evidence? And I know so because Gabe was in I was in the spaces. I was there and I heard him talk all that shit. That's why nobody feels bad for this fucking guy. Nobody feel bad. Nobody feel no type of way. Like, fuck out of here, son. Where's the proof that this motherfucker got brain cancer? How about that? Where's the doctor records? Where's him talking after his chemotherapy at the hospital? Come on, let's play this game. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit.
recordings of that? Well, then it didn't happen according to Tupa and Panda.
I'm not gonna really put that shit out into the universe.
Because I got recordings of you wishing ill on him. Lots of it. Do you have any of him? and need to put in the nest.
But if it does happen, oh, what am I kidding? I'm putting it out into the universe. Gabe the Babe should suffer. So Gabe,
Okay, this is gonna bother certain people. This suffer thing. That's like an online trend. Suffer. They do it on Kino Casino. I even Cambian uses the suffer thing. This obese moron.
I have no idea what the fuck is a kinko, whatever the fuck. I don't know any of that shit. I don't know where the suffer shit comes from. And call it. Hold up. What is he about to say about Mike?
Is using it to clown a guy that has.
Mike is an obese moron, but Mike has a government job, or had a go. I'm not sure. You know, I know he had to go to the hospital for a bit, but homie got it. He ain't stupid. He has a good IT job. And he's married. He's married, son. You live in a 20 square foot apartment, my guy. No bitches.
Has cancer.
It's hard to try to shit on somebody.
Like that's not what you use suffer for. You living cartoon.
is apparently going for surgery today. And after all the people that he fucking trashed.
Dude, he's allowed to trash people.
Oh.
It's the internet.
Oh.
There's a line. What don't
No.
you people understand about that? And
No.
Gabe didn't trash
No.
anyone. You know what Gabe's big crime was? And this bothers
What?
me.
Come
This
on,
is the
let's
thing
see.
that bothers me the most
Let's
about
see.
all this. Gabe's biggest crime on UFO Twitter was showing me support. That's it.
Yo, you want to talk about niggas with what's that shit? This nigga is a weirdo. What the fuck? So Gabe's biggest thing was showing you support. TJ, nobody cares about you enough to do that, man. Nobody cares, bro. Nobody gives two fucks about you, what you got going on, or what Gabe got going on. All right? And Gabe's problem was that he went around and he was talking shit about people. He was sitting here reposting people's real life personal information just to piss them off. And he did it to me. He did it to Tupa. He did it to Panda. He did it to fucking Logan. He did it to Non-Credible. He did it to a bunch of people, son. And then he went around talking shit about people, son. Like, and yeah, the internet is gonna talk shit about everything, son. There is no line in the internet. There is no line. Your line is wherever you get mad at. Where you get mad ain't where I get mad. My line ain't that. So, like, again, this is the weirdo mentality right here that everybody should follow his rules. And the shit that he made up in his mind is what applies to everybody. This is the type of person you can't allow to have power. Can you imagine this guy like leading a country? It'd be a fucking dictatorship. It'd be like a King Jong-un and the motherfuckers, man. He'd only let motherfuckers have 3 haircuts.
Was saying, I like TJ's videos. I'm cool with TJ. You guys are tripping. That was his biggest crime on UFO Twitter, if you ask me. That's what has all these guys butthurt. So I do feel responsible for a lot of Gabe's hate. If Gabe wouldn't have came in and became friends with me and defended me, he probably wouldn't have all this shit happening to him. And that's just my opinion.
It has to be his opinion because he know it's not fact. Again, this is where the disconnect in his mind happens, bro. Fucking weirdo.
I don't know what the fuck he's expecting telling people that shit. But Gabe, I really do hope.
Exactly. What the fuck were you expecting to happen, bro? After you've been an asshole to everybody, but again, he's doing that on purpose. I don't think he got any type of fucking brain cancer, son. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit, son. It's all bullshit. You know, a lot of these dudes all live on the internet, son. It's like the army, be all you can be. So you can make up whatever you want. Watch it, baby. Yeah, you can make up whatever you want and just do you. Like, this is all these niggas just be making shit up, son.
I really do hope your surgery is painful. I don't know. There you go. That's from the deepest, darkest parts of my heart.
We know,
Do I
Mike.
hope that you're
We know you're serious, Mike. We know you're not just edgelording, that you really wish suffering on people. Just like when you said it was hilarious that my dad had just died. Because now I don't have any family left. And non-cred giggled even though he was my ride or die.
Oh
Remember
man,
all
shut
that?
the fuck
Do you
up.
people fucking believe me now?
Shut the fuck up. Where's the evidence for that? Where's the screenshots? Let's use your fucking a table here. Where's the recordings of that? Again, what do you want? Nobody likes you, son. You're unlikable. You have a shitty personality. The motherfuckers that fuck with you now, fuck with you because you're going at people they don't like, son. If you wasn't doing every fucking video talking about Tupa, Panda, me, Non-Cred, Logan, and Kimball, all the people that call you out on your bullshit, then you wouldn't have anything to talk about left, son. You wouldn't have anything to talk about. Like, oh my god.
Now, do you still think I'm making things up?
your surgery is painful and it's not successful, and you have to continue to suffer whatever ailments that you have in suffering. That's what I wish.
Look, this real quick. I want y'all to look down to the comment section down here. These guys think Trump is Christ. If they only knew Mike right now was a Biden guy and voted for Kamala. Again, this is the type of shit these type of people think. These type of people think like that. They think in terms of red or blue, left or right. Like you tell them that has nothing to do with it, and nowhere in their mind does that fit. Like to them, the whole alien subject is left and right. The whole alien subject. Like if their one question that they sit there and ponder would have to no lie be if aliens could vote, who would they vote for? Like that's what they really think about. That ass. And if the aliens told them that they wanted to vote for somebody they don't like, it don't matter. Whoever they tell them, oh no, for Marco Rubio, right? We want Marco Rubio to be the leader. He's gonna turn around screaming, "They're fucking demons! The devil sent them." But if they turn around and be like, I don't know, like who's somebody like Ocasio Cortez, they'll be like, "Oh, they're fucking angels sent from God." All that shit is relative, man. All that shit is relative. You you don't have the fucking intellectual strength to actually see the world outside of these little barriers that you live in, bro.
Notice he doesn't give any reasons. Like, when I explain my, real vitriol towards these people, I give a couple reasons. That idiot thought it was funny my dad had died. But he gives none for why.
Again, where's the evidence for that? Does he show you? Does he have a recording? Or is this one of these things we're supposed to believe, like the walking in the snow and I stole a car and brought it back story?
He hates Gabe. Because if he gives the actual reasons, it sounds absurd. It makes you look like a petty little bitch.
Maybe Gabe was sitting here talking about he hoped Mike didn't get out of the fucking mental institution. Maybe when Mike came out or whatever the fuck he was at, he wanted Mike to get locked up again. Maybe those sort of things. Why don't you show when Gabe did that? How about when Gabe made fun of his wife? Are you gonna show that? Or are these the things that don't exist because Gabe would post and delete? Are these the type of things that but you don't want to talk about any of that? Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, people just gonna wish a motherfucker bad for no fucking reason. Like, get the fuck out of here, son.
He just, I hate him. I think this, and everyone, all these lunatics in this space, most of them agree with me, so it's okay.
It doesn't matter.
Let's rewind. Let's rewind.
That's from the deepest, darkest parts of my heart. Do I hope that your surgery is painful and it's not successful, and you have to continue to suffer whatever ailments that you have in suffering. That's what I wish. It doesn't matter.
You hear that laugh? That's demonic. That's demonic. I see that as demonic.
Yo, did I not just call it, son? Did I not just call it? Did I really not just call it, though? Did I not just say anything they don't like, they call it demonic? Oh, man.
Demonic. You scumbags want to talk about Satanist? That's demonic. You guys are demonic.
You're literally a Satanist, bro. You hang out with Satanists. Like, what are you talking about? Like, see this again. They will often accuse you of exactly what they're doing. That's all this is. Like, he hangs out with the Satanists. He's cool with all of them and all that. And another thing that they can't fuck with me on, I think they're all fucking stupid idiots for believing in this religion bullshit anyway. Whether you believe in Satan or Jesus or the God, you're all fucking idiots. Because they don't give a fuck about you. If they do exist, which I don't think so. There's no evidence towards it. We know that fucking Satan, that they didn't make that guy up to the second version, to the remix. So it's all bullshit, son. Because if you guys remember in the Old Testament, God said, I create everything good and everything bad. So, which book are we following? I personally like to go to the closest point to source. So I like to go over the oldest books we got, which is the Sumerians. So, personally.
That message in the nest there. Hopefully we won't see you again. It's demonic. UFO Twitter, you better wake the fuck up.
It's demonic.
Doesn't matter, Gabe.
It's demonic.
This is Gabe now. I talk like this. Suffer.
So, it's not my place to put it out there. But my friend he's got a brain tumor, okay? That's what they think's going on, and it's putting pressure on different portions of his brain, and it's causing him to lose control over different parts of his body, including his vocal cords, including his hands, and these guys think it's hilarious. It's absolutely hilarious.
I
They
think it's
didn't just make
bullshit.
one joke, like one edgelord bad joke that somebody heard. This has
Bullshit.
been going on for 2-3 weeks now, these spaces. Let's see who has the nerve to join this. Yeah, it's bad, Broken Hip. It's bad.
I'm trying to think what's a good suffering song.
Oh, he's gonna come up with suffering music now. Panda, if you don't condemn this shit right now, you're gonna sink with these guys. I'm telling you.
Why?
Ludfo. I don't know who the fuck that is. Bad Religion. Let's do this.
Dude, he's about to play Bad Religion to this shit. Oh. Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I ain't trying to get.
Is wrong with his brain? I don't know.
We will not
It
allow
sounded
that.
like a whole bunch of shit is wrong. It sounded like surgery was a long shot. I don't know. But Gabe the Babe should suffer. Let's go.
Yeah, broken hip. That's one of the disgusting things about a lot of these guys is they think they're punk rockers. Like this obese moron, Chase, ragey drunk Chase. He acts like he's a punk rocker, and they go around.
Isn't it kind of hilarious listening to this guy sit here and try to point out everybody's faults when he's sitting here in a fucking square box with a bunch of prescription pills hanging around him and talking somebody's an alcoholic? But you're a fucking pill popping fucking junkie, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Look at you, son. Look at your whole setup. Your whole setup is junkie behavior, son.
Around what? Mike wasn't criticizing what's her name over her amphetamine use. Remember, over her medications. These are the most
medications. See, this is the cover. Since they're prescription, they're all right.
Punk rock motherfuckers you could ever encounter in your life.
Punk
like
rock.
Closed-minded, they're bigots, attacking Satanists. You're all Satanists. Oh, but now we're punk rock? You guys are a fucking cartoon. You don't know what punk rock even means. Any of you.
I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't know what any of that shit means. That is the whitest argument I've ever heard. So I'm gonna let the white people have their white arguments. Cause punk rock is like some fucking almost golf. Is like emo golf mix type thing. I don't fucking know. Yeah, so you can have your punk rock, son. I don't. Whatever.
Let's go put some posts of his up.
Oh, he is gonna put some posts up. Let's see him, Mike.
Here, he's sitting pre-op right now. 4 hours ago.
So, Gabe was in the hospital waiting to go in and do the surgery. And, dude, you would be nervous, you'd be scared. So, we've been talking to him on Twitter, right?
So you're nervous and you're scared and you don't go to your surgery with your family. None of that. You're sitting here spending your time talking to people on Twitter, son. Like, this is why I don't believe this shit, son. This is why I don't believe this shit.
Right? We've been doing little spaces. And it's to keep his mind off the fact that he's about to have surgery. But, yeah. What else would you do sitting in a hospital bed? Right?
I don't know. Call my girl. Talk to my mother, my father, my sister, my brother. Humans, nigga. I'm not gonna be on the fucking phone, texting Twitter like, brain surgery in 3 hours. OMG. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Right? Like, but play on your phone. But according to Psych Ward Mike, that's strange.
Yeah, it is. It's strange. It's extremely strange, bro. It's very strange. It's very weird. It's giving, I'm making this up. It's giving, I'm not really in the hospital.
Like your social media stuff would probably
We put it in the nest.
Let's see it, Mike.
Okay, for real this time. Sitting pre-op. See you on the other side. And I said, hopefully, won't see you again.
So, Gabe posted saying, "I'll see you guys on the other side," and Mike just made a joke that he posted in his comments, "Hopefully, we won't see you again." And he puts in the nest like he wants the hate group to come up and celebrate him for it. Tell me how that's not a hate group. It's the definition of hate.
No. We don't, well, I wasn't there, so I don't, but I agree with fuck Gabe. He was an asshole. He was one of the most inflammatory people that popped up out of nowhere, B. Like, what are you talking about? He was extremely inflammatory. He was disrespectful towards other people. He didn't give a fuck about other people's personal issues. We just played a clip. We just played it. Hold on, man. Hold on. You know, this is for y'all that haven't seen. This is a 3-minute video of TJ being obsessed with Tupa and Panda, by the way. 3 minutes of just scrolling of him nonstop. Tupa Panda, Tupa Panda, Tupa Panda, Tupa Panda, Tupa Panda. You know. But let's see. Let's see real quick. Gabe the Babe. Here we go.
Hey, Gabe, your friend Mike Disclosure doxed Red's house. Like, you know, and I saw your comment in response to Mike this morning in regards to Estimate saying, let's not dox people. And his response was, well, it's publicly available. I didn't dox him. Yeah, you're hanging out with known doxers. They also threatened the lives of Red and Tupa, talking about how they would suicide themselves. I'm sure you're well versed and knowledgeable on all of these topics. But I just want to ask you yesterday in Mike's space. Let me finish my question. Let me finish my question.
And
we've heard it all before for years, mate. It's not new.
I can play you the
But you alluded.
I can play you the smallest violin, because if you expect me to feel bad for any misogynist, for any 2026 is the year of the babe. 2026 is the year where UFOX really bifurcates into, and by the way, if you don't know that word, look it up. Bifurcates into, you know, the educated class and the uneducated class. And what is going to happen is, you know, you guys can keep running your drama spaces. You guys can keep
We will.
You know, you guys can keep having your racist spaces. You guys can keep having your misogynist spaces. You guys can keep having your drug spaces even. Y'all do you.
And we're supposed to feel bad for this person? We're supposed to feel bad for this guy. These are the people we're supposed to look, doxing people. This is what he does. Sharing AI pics of fucking people semi-nude. Uh-oh. Power low. Hold on. We're gonna rock it till the wheels fall off. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. We don't give a fuck. But yeah, so that's who we talking about, TJ.
And it's a group that's celebrating while they hate.
That's what I said.
It's just
Let me
fucking
put that.
crazy.
Let me put that post up in the nest, so we can all just follow along at the hate that we're spewing at him and documenting.
As bad as this guy is, if the roles were flipped and he was going through this, I've already said, I would have probably DM'd him and been like, look, whatever problems we had, just forget about it, bro. Take care of yourself.
Eat this dick. That bullshit, man.
Because that's what a normal human does.
I saw that Pizza liked the tweet.
Oh, Pizza Slayer liked the tweet. Well, good thing I know not to talk to Pizza Slayer anymore while he's creeping in my DMs, giving me dirt on all you guys. Pizza Slayer was the one that told me you guys were passing around like court documents and shit. He came over to try to get me to stop trolling Just Causes Sextortion. He's been pretending to be my friend in the DMs.
That's so fucking funny. Oh no, Zim's not gonna approve. Zim.
Uh-oh. Elder Wise Zim is gonna come up and tell him he doesn't approve, but then he's gonna circle jerk with him for an hour.
Not a space for you, because I'm hate. This is a hate space.
You're right. This is absolutely a hate group space. Thank you for telling us, Mike, you lunatic. At least he knows that's what it is.
And I'm very hateful right now. Not
Yes.
towards you, Zim, of course.
Yes, you are.
You have both.
And it's not just right now. You are always hateful because you are psychotic. Who
No, you just mad, bro. You're just mad.
No one would ever hate you.
Nobody gives a fuck.
No, we're hateful towards Gabe the Babe.
There you
Who has
go.
doxed me multiple times.
There you go.
I'm gonna say once again, Mike had a YouTube channel with his full name. He did a channel like mine. Oh, come see the obese Mike Boyle show. Brr, 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 brr. And it was his full name. So to cry about getting
And then he just went out and said it again. See? He just did it again. He just did it.
doxxed, it's
But if somebody come in and say his full name, he's gonna be sitting over here pissy.
just bullshit.
And has wished the most awful, unsustainable
Look at my triple
shit
chins. I'm Mike.
on me. And others like your friends Red Panda Koala and all
Crying over Panda again. Panda again had a YouTube channel with his full name.
these other people, he's done the same thing to them.
This is the guy. This is the guy right now making fun of somebody's looks. This is the guy. Look, this is the guy. This is the guy that is sitting here making fun of other people's looks. Just let that sink in for a second. So you can understand how reality is not really there.
And they're gracious enough.
So even if Gabe doxed Panda and Mike, which he didn't, their names were already out. Everyone knew his Mike's name.
Again, here's the cover. Here's the cover. Well, somebody already put it out there. Once they put it out there, it's public. But you went around and spread it. That's what motherfuckers is talking about. You took the information and then began spreading it on purpose, gleefully. And you shared people's information, like mine, gleefully. Under the, oh, well, it was already public record.
Even if he did, which he didn't, it was during that doxing storm back with Disclosure Tonight where they doxed juvenile records of mine. It was just a doxing storm. So everyone acted like little bitches, if you ask me. Does that even, like...
Except for me, I didn't give a fuck. I found it funny. That's where I realized for somebody who's named Felony, you don't know shit. Because you think because I had a manufacturing charge, that man, I was over here cooking meth. Which is hilarious and just shows how ignorant you are and how you rely on your ignorance to help you perceive the world around you. So, yeah. But again, that's another window into his mentality.
Like, does that even explain all this? It doesn't to me. You guys doxed me, and I wouldn't laugh if you were having brain surgery.
Red Panda Koala and Chupacabra and all these other whatever that fucking whoever's in that other fucking
A point to point out. This is, again, I'll go back to this idea that the way he thinks things are supposed to be is the way everybody else acts. You can't put a line on how people would behave based on how you would behave. It doesn't work like that. If you disrespect me and then I punch you, you can't get mad and ask why you punch me because you disrespect me. Oh, you're not supposed to punch me. You're supposed to say something back. It's like, according to who? Whose rules are these? Who made this shit up?
space. They're all fucking nice about it and gracious. I'm not.
We know. It's because you're the crash
There
test
you go,
dummy.
Jake.
That's your role. Panda and Tupa, their role is...
That's it, Jake. You got it right there. Yeah. This dude, yo, he did a whole space about me with my court records and shit like that, which I don't care. I gave my brother put my information on Twitter, so motherfuckers could get in contact with me. They wanted to send me a letter and shit like that. And he said, my brother went on my Twitter and posted information, and then from his Twitter he shared it. He said I had a gang of people running around Twitter collecting money for my lawyer fees. And the thing is, I don't even think it's a juvie record, son, because if you check how old he says he is and when he caught the case, I think it's most likely that's how he went to the military. He caught a case and said, well, listen, you're gonna get tried as an adult, or you can go to this boot camp thing and just go to military, and then we can expunge your record or whatever, or seal it or whatever, And he just took the deal. Or some bullshit like that. Hey, nigga, pussy.
To grow and become famous. Your role is to stay down here in this slime and do their.
Uh-oh.
Fuck being gracious. Fuck you, Gabe. I hope the anesthesia doesn't fucking work. I hope you're under paralytics, okay?
So he's more mad about Gabe doxing Panda than Panda is? Is that what this psychotic is saying? Like what the fuck are you talking about? Let Panda fight his own battles. Like you think Panda wants? Does Panda?
Why don't you let Gabe fight his own battles? The fuck? You see how disconnected this fucking weirdo is? Let Gabe fight his own battles. He picked those battles. Why are you out here white knighting for him? If he got enough energy to be on Twitter while he's going through all this shit, then he got enough energy to hold his own, son. Like, fuck is you talking about? Stupid
Panda,
shit.
we need to know. Is he in the chat? Panda, do you want Mike out here doing this? Is it on your behalf?
Go look what that is. I hope you're under it.
Because he's
and then
saying
they can't
it's on
fucking
your
tell
behalf.
if you're actually paralyzed, and then they go ahead with the procedure anyways.
If you didn't catch that, I was running my mouth. He said he wants the anesthesia to fail. And, Gabe to go through the living nightmare that would be a surgery without anesthesia.
I hope you feel every little fucking thing they do to you. You big piece of shit.
That's it.
All because we didn't get along on Twitter.
No.
I'm a turncoat MAGA now, and you're a liberal. We don't like each other.
See, look again. Goes back to this red hat, blue hat bullshit. This is stupid. Right, this motherfucker's whole channel is trying to fight other people's fight. Right, like it's just ridiculous. And this whole now all of a sudden, how is Mike somehow MAGA? Like again, this is how ridiculous and stupid he is, or it's on purpose. Either way, it's good content for me.
Shout out non-credulous.
Oh, shout out non-cred. Non-cred is the first to join the Gabe should suffer and not have his anesthesia work hate space. I just want to say for the record, non-cred is the first to join.
Babe should suffer. I don't care. I don't care. Don't tell me about.
Do you guys believe me now when I said non-cred was giggling sitting next to Mike when he was saying it was funny my dad had died the day before? Do you believe me now?
No.
Karma, don't tell me
No,
about
I don't.
that shit into the universe.
Where's the evidence? Where are the if you can't post it didn't happen? Ain't that what you said? Ain't that what you said?
I know all about that shit. Fuck him.
Why? Why fuck him? Because he doxed Panda when Panda was doxing his friends?
Yeah.
So, what did Gabe the Babe do to you, since he's always been such an insufferable person to others to begin with?
Dox
See, right away, non-cred is trying to feed into, and he's laugh emoting. So he already nullifies the ability to say I wasn't cool with this. He is clearly cool with it, and he thinks it's funny. All these nice guys on UFO Twitter, Daz,
This nigga just sit here and make things up.
Zim, non-cred here, they're the worst around. Because at least guys like Mike, you see where they're coming from. You can see them coming. Because, they're just buffoons. These nice guys. Oh, women even getting involved. I mean,
Oh my God. Women can think for themselves. Oh my God. Who are these harlots? Like, what the fuck? Like, that's how we gonna do it.
The others, and
Yeah,
falsely
and
claimed
then
he was doxxed.
and then kind of wished the most awful, hateful.
so he falsely claimed he was doxxed. So he deserves to have death wished upon.
Oh, that's another thing. He tried to say motherfuckers doxed him. And it turned out he was lying and got caught in that lie. So again, dude with a record of lying and making things up. Yes, TJ is a dweeb. So he has a record and a history of lying and making shit up. And you think he's telling the truth about this fucking brain cancer shit? Yet he's somehow able to keep you, posted nonstop, back to back. Like, does this motherfucker not have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, a mom or dad or somebody? You telling me he's just all alone in the world? There's not many people like you, TJ. There's not many people like you. Like, this shit is crazy.
Upon him while he is
Like and share
possibly
the
facing
space
death?
while possibly facing death.
Well, that's lame as fuck, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy the level of zealotry in that person. Like, God
Yeah.
literally struck them down, and he was like just ready to just keep going on hating.
Non-cred is always unwilling to believe that he is in the wrong. Oh, hi, Jay Just.
Right, but look, at no point can he really sit here and say that anything non-cred said was wrong. He can't say that. Let me go get the charger.
Hi, Interstellar. Thanks for joining, guys. He is completely unwilling to admit this is a bad look. I mean, just look above him. It's PFP. But no, he didn't. He clashed with me. He stuck up for somebody I don't like on Twitter, so he deserves this.
Yes, there is some irony.
These guys love
right?
it,
There
man.
is some irony in all this.
I want to rewind
Level
it
of
here.
zealotry in that person. Like,
Listen.
God literally struck them down, and he was like just ready to just keep going on hating.
Yeah.
What was that noise? One of them croaked like a frog. It was some kind of demon spawn noise.
Again with the
There
demon
is some
shit.
irony, right? There is some irony in all this. That after being so hateful,
They went like that. They went.
he was struck with such an illness. I don't even know what the fuck it is.
You don't.
I mean, if
know.
it was me, I'd be I'd be putting my focus into life, not.
He's in the hospital, you morons. Why do you care what he does with his time? Look what you guys do with your time.
Look what you do with.
You're in a.
Coming from the dude, if they're wasting their time because they're in a Twitter space talking shit about Gabe, how much more of a time waster are you that are sitting here reacting to this shit? I gotta work tomorrow, so I'm just passing the time. I'm not wasting it because I'm gonna get something out your ass. Pause. But it's like, what are you talking about? You're just as guilty of what you're about to say they're doing, bro. Because you're sitting here reacting to them, fighting somebody else's fight, and negating anything bad they've ever done. Because they told you and a couple people they got cancer. Yeah, bro. Sure. Cool story. Handle that.
Space 8 in the morning all day gossiping about people. That's a stupid use of time.
red panda koala and like some dudes on Twitter. Like if I
Coming from the guy that go take fucking methadone and different types of prescription pills and promotes prescription pills to his viewers, which is the leading cause of death in the United States is prescription pills above heroin and even fentanyl, if you didn't know. And actually, most fentanyl comes in pills. So therefore, fentanyl even goes into that one. So, but this is what you're promoting, TJ. You're promoting drugs to your viewers. And I'm sitting here and telling them, you're the fucked one. You're the evil one. You are the demonic one. Let's look at our positions, bro. You sit in the dark to stream. You have no woman. You have no children. You have no career. You're trying to make one with this. You have nothing. You work at some fucking bus station. I have a child. I got a brother. I got several bitches. I got a career. And I'm building a side gig on your back. Because I have things that keep me grounded to reality. Twitter is your reality, where you can take what somebody says, make it what you want in your head, and put it out that way. I don't have to do that. I just like to talk about the reality. And the reality is you fucking suck. Gabe fucking sucks. You're assholes in your own individual ways. That's all. But you were all happy to see when Tupa was getting dogpiled on when they tried to say he was on some racist shit. You were way too quick to dogpile on Panda, because before you even tried to say that's fucked up that they doxed him, you were sitting here saying that you think Panda doxed himself. Like Kimball got it right. You're a fucking dweeb, son. You really are a fucking dweeb.
if God tried to strike me down, right? Because that's just like I don't want to be like the fucking emperor in Star Wars, just like driven by hate, like clutching to life with like my hate, like Lord Voldemort, right? Like constantly fading victim.
You're
Like
underestimating.
This idea that someone else should face something like this the same way you would is just so close-minded. I mean, you're talking about the fight in the scariest moments of your life, like not knowing what your future is. Everyone's going to face that differently. Some people are going to be a little bit in denial. Some people are going to be like, look, there's nothing I can do. Gabe's been a fucking badass through it. He showed no fucking fear, and he seems to be.
So why are you out here defending him? Why have you been sitting here 35 minutes and 33 seconds just talking shit about the guy? Seriously. Explain that to me. You've been sitting here talking shit about this guy, about Mike and him, when his beef with Gabe has nothing to do with you. Like, so explain to me how that works. About to make a high witch?
No, I seem hot as shit.
It feel good down here.
Be more worried about us and like us being sad and upset and worried about him than anything. The guy's been a rock through all of it.
The power of evil.
well, I mean,
Here.
I feel like I'm trying to point at it. I'm like, it's Gabe the Babe, bro.
Yeah. And I mean, at the same time,
Notice, just like Mike, Non-Cred gives no examples for why this vitriol. Oh, he just like came at us, supported.
I just gave you examples, bro. I just showed you the shit he did. And a lot of this shit he did was in spaces that were not recorded. So again, the same way you don't believe them because they can't provide you any evidence, why should anybody believe you when they said they laughed when you told them your father died? Why?
TJ, what the fuck, bro?
I'm trying to hold back the most deep parts of my hate, but there's parts of me that just say, I want this motherfucker to suffer during surgery. I hope it's not successful.
Go ahead, non-cred.
That's the part of me
Go
that's
ahead.
coming out.
You do too. Go ahead, non-cred.
I mean, he's pretty fucking like terrible. He's a terrible person. Like I get it.
Why?
I get it. There's a part of me like that too, where I'm just like, this dude does not.
Non-cred, I would say you and Mike here have clearly demonstrated you are both terrible people. And anyone on UFO Twitter that isn't a sick person should be thinking the same thing while they're watching this.
Not deserve one. I mean, maybe not so much that I'd end it for him, but like, yeah, like you suck, bro. Like,
you hear what he just said? It's not like I would end it for him. So you're saying you wouldn't commit a homicide over UFO Twitter? Well, good for you, non-cred. You're a hero, bro.
like that dude.
What the fuck does any of that he's saying mean? That shit means nothing. It's just he found something to try to shit on non-cred about. That's all that is.
Dude has done nothing but like claim he is like the Messiah, and that we're all like pitiful people. Like that's just a weird.
You are all pitiful people. And he has done nothing of the sort about any Messiah. He did his Batman thing where he said, I'm gonna clean up UFO Twitter like Batman.
No. See, again, this is this Monday morning quarterbacking, rearranging words and shit. Yeah, and he said that he was gonna come and cleanse and all that shit. Wasn't ever on no Batman shit. He was like, he was gonna rise to UFO Twitter top and be whatever god he thought he was, bro. Fuck out of here.
Batman, and you guys all hang with Spider.
And the side note, what y'all seeing in the background right there, that's TJ being obsessed with Red Panda and Tupa, tweeting about them nonstop for days. It's 3 minutes worth of scrolling, so we're gonna listen to that while he talks shit.
Paul, who did Paul made his entire account, I'm Spider-Man. Gabe just did one post. Like, but you know,
weird fucking place to be as a person.
He called us the trailer park of ufology.
Dude, so now they're actually letting some things slip on why they hate Gabe, and it's all true, and it's all funny. This is why they don't give examples of why they don't like me. It's because it's all true, and it's all funny.
TJ, we already said we don't like you because you're a piece of shit. You try to twist things to make people seem bad if they don't agree with you ideologically. You're conversationally, you're fucking dry. You don't have anything to talk about. You're not interesting. That's why you have to make up stories about stealing cars and bringing them back in the middle of a snowstorm. It turns out it was your grandma's car. And you never stole it. You borrowed it. Yeah. Look, you need a tortilla. So you can say I'm racist.
Okay.
I don't know how, but he'll turn me eating a tortilla into something being racist.
He's on there live right now?
No, I'm just reacting to a video he had posted. I'm on live, bro.
Oh. Bitch ass nigga.
Yo, he thought you was a whole gang of people.
I am.
Right. He gonna see a lot of them.
You guys are absolutely the trailer park of UFO Twitter. Look what you're doing. Like,
another thing. That was another thing that Gabe would do. Oh, you guys are uneducated. You're all broke, poor people. You're all you're not smart enough to understand this, or his whole holier than thou attitude. And it was with everybody. Even in the recording I played earlier, if you don't know what that means, look it up. So yeah, he had this very point my nose up at you niggas type attitude. And you think motherfuckers don't react a certain type of way to that? You're like, fuck this nigga.
What, you think you're the intellectuals?
Bro, has he not been to Campion's house? What?
I mean,
This is
what
all
the
they
fuck?
do. Go
Meth, that's what you smoking? We got the infamous incel TJ Felony in the house to watch himself talk
listen
bullshit.
to Gabe's Spaces. The last two spaces we've had, Interstellar had one, hosted one yesterday, and tell me who the hate group is.
Yo, how you feel about sitting here and promoting prescription pills to your viewers, son? You trying to say I cook meth, but you're sitting here promoting prescription pills and methadone clinics. What are you talking about, bro? Ever heard the cattle calling the pot back or whatever the fuck? Pot calling the kettle black. That's how it goes.
Go listen to the 15 minutes of those spaces. It's me and all my friends hanging out, and then
Hey, Kelvin, TJ's in the chat. You want to send them a message?
You on chat?
You in the chat.
You bitch ass nigga. I hope you fucking listen. Let me not get crazy on Twitter because my brother gonna get his shit banned. Nigga, you's a bitch. I slap the shit out of you anywhere, anytime, motherfucker.
There you go. That was the whole gang of people that was on Twitter.
compare that to what these guys do when they get alone. And you tell me what's going on.
Fuck. This guy has trashed us repeatedly. This community he's trashed.
us repeatedly.
He's trashed me personally.
Good.
I mean, I have no reason to withhold.
So it's good when they do it, but it's not good when they do it to you. So if your boys is doing it to them, it's cool, but when they do it to you, it's bad. Again, this is the stupid ass thinking of these fucking idiots. Red or blue, left or right, pink or green, like that's it. They can't think about things in any other way. This is the idiotic way of thinking. Oh, you talk to this person, so you ain't shit. Yeah, he's hanging out with King Milkfart, who does fake fucking fake reports on people and you know fake OnlyFans pages about bitches, and hanging out with Darren, who fucking calls CPS on people in real life, and Gabe, who was calling fucking the IRS to report mean face. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Fuck out of here. Y'all niggas is clowns. And you expect motherfuckers to feel bad? Has Gabe shown you any evidence that he's actually got a brain tumor? Aside from telling you. How about that, since I got you here, nigga? How about that?
Hopefully after this video drops, there's more people trashing you scumbags.
Angst or ill will. And again, like I said, you know, there's people out there like Tupa and Pan.
He just said he has no ill will after hosting this space. You said you don't want his anesthesia to work.
We don't care. Hold on. What did Gabe say? Can you find me the smallest violin to play, please? Like, the fuck out of here.
What the fuck do you mean you don't wish him any ill will? How can you even say those in the same day? Put this idiot back in the mental hospital. Dahlia, come get your boy.
Here you go, right? So, saying things like this is cool. But if somebody laughs about his daddy being dead, it's a problem. It doesn't make any sense. You can't control people's lines, bro. when you cross a line, you can't tell a motherfucker what line not to cross in return. That's not the way the world works.
Boy, this guy's out here wilding.
And they can take this more graciously. Good on them. I'm proud. Proud.
And he can't even say wilding right. He said, this guy's over here wilding. I can tell you get your fucking slang from the internet, son, because Jesus Christ. Can't even say wilding properly. Motherfucker said wilding.
To call them friends. However, I am not going to take this graciously. I'm going to tell Gabe the Babe he should go get fucked.
I think Tupa and Panda don't really want nothing to do with this shit. They haven't been really holding a lot of hate spaces. It almost seems like they want to move on, and these guys are like, no, we want to be hateful because that's all we know how to do.
And he should fucking...
Maybe Tupa and Panda are more concentrated on creating content than they are worried about you. You ever thought about that? Maybe they don't care that these guys are hosting these spaces. It doesn't matter to them. Why? Because you're not something to be worried about in life, bro. When motherfuckers be on Twitter talking and shit, blah, 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 when I'm tired of hearing they bullshit, you know what I do? I close the fucking app and I play some chess. That's how easy it is. I help my daughter with something. I go outside, talk to my neighbors, call a little shorty over, bang her out. Do different shit. That's it. You can't do that. Twitter to you is your entire life. You understand the difference between us? I have shit to do out here. People depending on me to do shit. You have nothing. You got a cat, nigga. Are you get the fuck out of here? You the old creepy man with a cat. And wearing the same fucking shirt every other video.
We'll see, though. They show up. They show up.
And don't you cry about the pain that you hide. I wanted to play this fucking song from... Joyce, what's that band you saw?
Oh, Joyce is playing along, too. Thank you for doxing Joyce and letting UFO Twitter know that she's right there on your hip during this hate campaign.
Vision of Disorder.
Does he know Joyce is his wife? Hey TJ, do you know that Joyce is his wife? Like, you can talk all the shit you want about him, but he goes to sleep and lays down next to a woman every night. Who do you lay down with at night? Does your cat even want to fucking lay with you? Serious question. Like, you talk shit about all these people, but all these people are, you know, considerably better off in real life than you are. Just a simple question. Just a simple question. Like, are you angry about that? That that Mike goes to sleep and has a woman next to him at night, and you go to sleep and you gotta rub your fucking dick because you can't find a woman? You can't bitch about me using your video, bro. It's public property, bro. I'm reacting to it. I'm creating a transformative experience for my viewers. So you can't do shit about that, bro. And everything you're using in there is public information as well. I don't want anything to do with your fucking designs, bro. I'm not pushing drugs onto my viewers like you are. So you can push all the drugs you want to your viewers. I'm not. Let's go. See you talking more shit.
Yeah, they got this fucking song where it's about suffering.
Did you hear her in the background? What the fuck was that goblin back there?
And I just want to play it for Gabe so fucking bad. I'm hoping he gets. There's no way this surgery he's having is whatever is serious. There's no way he's gonna be able to get out of surgery and like hop on his phone. Like
Dude,
this dude is gonna be down for the count for a while.
You guys are so
if they're
gross.
going into his head, like he has to have brain surgery. Like I think he said, like that's just
I don't believe it.
you don't fucking handle getting poked around in the brain real well.
Yeah,
Dude.
that's fair, dude. Though there's a part of me that feels like that's what he wants to do. Like he wants to just wake straight up out of brain surgery.
Well, yeah, non-cred. I'm sure he wants to wake up and get back to his life. Wouldn't you? Like, what the fuck are you idiots saying?
And get on Twitter to like dox people. Like
Yeah, as far as I've seen, once again, Gabe hasn't doxed anyone that's name wasn't already out there.
Again, here we go with the scurry and under shit, bro. Like, no, that motherfucker, he doxed motherfuckers. He took what they put out there, and then he went out and propagated it. He went on a screaming spree in MySpace and started screaming Panda's address and posted it in the comment section angrily, screaming at Panda and Tupa angrily. So I'm not trying to hear that bullshit. Fuck is you talking about, son? You did the same shit, son. As soon as somebody put my information out there, you went and did a whole fucking video about it, son. Like, what are you talking about? You're guilty of the same shit, son. And then you went out screaming because motherfuckers put your fucking record out there. Like, you just as muddy as everybody else, son. You even worse. I'm happy that you here so I can talk to you straight. You even worse, son. Because you out here talking about you stealing people's cars. You talked about trying to run out on a cabbie. You fucking snatched some lady's purse or stole some shit out some lady's purse. You the worst type of criminal, son. I ain't never did none of them fucking things. I sold crack. I ain't never had to go rob no civilian. I ain't never had to take nothing from no regular motherfucker in the streets. Like, no. I ain't never had to fucking dine and dash on a motherfucker. I'm sure you did that shit too. You're the worst type of criminal, son. You're the type of criminal that tries to take advantage of the civilians. At least where I come from, we deal with each other. If you're in the fucking drug world, there's rules in there and you deal with those rules in there. And one of the main rules is leave the fucking civilians alone. So therefore, you are the worst type of criminal, son. Nah, I sold it to your mom, Figu. So yeah, son, like I'm not trying to hear that bullshit.
When I think he posted Panda. He might have posted the clip from Disclosure Tonight or some shit that what they've been crying about. It's gone both ways for 2-3 years now. I don't agree with doxing, but dude, to act like Gabe is doxing people and nothing is coming his way or towards his friends is absurd. Mike and Dahlia are the ones that somehow cracked my juvenile records because they couldn't find an arrest report. Like, and these names were already out there, like I've explained over and over again. And it doesn't seem the Panda even gives a fuck. Like, why are you fighting Red Panda Koala's battles?
Why are you fighting Gabe's battles? Simple question. You see how easy it is to turn that shit around? You see how easy that shit is? Here we go. This is what I was trying to find. This is what I was trying to find. Bet. Because You know, since you're here, TJ, I want you to explain why is it that there's a 3-minute video of you just talking shit about Tupa Panda. Why are you so obsessed? Look at this. I took a shower with your mother. So yeah, you want to explain that? Why are you obsessed, kid? What is it with you? Now let's go to my page and we're gonna actually look at some fucking content by content creators.
Aliens are angels.
The angels and demons of the Bible are real. They are the extraterrestrial time travelers.
And the government has known that for a long time, possibly going back to the 1930s at least.
Since 1930, they have known that this plane exists.
We don't have souls, but it's just the other way around. The soul has us.
But why won't they tell the American people?
You have spiritual beings that don't understand or really care for the physical world.
A dreadful looking plane in the sky, a half a mile by a half a mile. Built like the universe itself. It's circular and it holds within it 1,500 little wheel-like planes.
Whether you're following UFO news daily, weekly, monthly, or not at all, you're still seeing it a lot. It's coming up more than ever before and from places you'd never expect. And as the noise increases, so have the theories about what UFOs actually are. And people are falling within one of two main camps right now: aliens or angels.
So is there evidence of angels and aliens being one of the same?
Are these things physical beings with a body and a species and possibly a home planet? Or, as some of the leading minds in the UFO inner circles are proposing, these things are actually angels and demons, spiritual beings without bodies. So how could a seemingly obvious sci-fi plot have to compete with a religious concept like this? I mean, with few exceptions, in PR moments, the theologians have always avoided the ET topic. Or at least that's what most of us thought.
Angels and devils. And that's like when you're hearing about like all those stories in the Bible about fallen angels and devils, like these people think that they were referring to aliens.
This is called content creation for you guys. This is why Tupa and Panda can't bother to worry about whatever the fuck Gabe the Babe is doing. Because these guys are creating content that we can watch.
The most mainstream figures who's joined the debate is Tucker Carlson. Tucker isn't someone you'd call a true believer of the official UFO narrative. In fact, he's poked holes in it several times. But the interesting thing about Carlson to me is that he's a very well-informed person who talks to a lot of different people and has come to some very interesting conclusions based on those conversations and his own worldview.
You had mentioned several times that you think that the UFO, UAP type phenomena stuff is all spiritual.
I think so. I don't know. I mean, look, I should just state about every topic. Like, I don't know shit.
Nobody knows shit.
I'm satisfied that I know enough, and I don't really want to know that much more. Because what I think I know is, this doesn't help me at all to know that. So that's the conclusion I've reached. I'm usually pretty curious. I've stopped being curious about this because I don't want to know anymore. But
you truly don't want to know anymore
nope,
about it.
I think I know. I think I know what's up.
Can you articulate it?
Well, I think it's a really old story. I think it's a really old story. So that's what I think.
What is it?
One thing that you notice about every world religion I'm familiar with, I'm interested in that topic. There are commonalities between religions. Jesus is unique, and I believe in Jesus. So, but there are commonalities that are very striking between all world religions I'm aware of and all creation myths. And one of them, and this is of course true for Christianity, very true, is that the belief that supernatural beings take physical form. They all believe that. The Greek myths, Jesus, most famously, but that they take physical form, that they're not just like some ethereal, they're not just shadows floating around, specters, fog, that they're physical. Like, they're as real as the arm of your chair. And that they reproduce with people. Again, Christianity believes that. Jesus.
Yeah. And this is the thing. You know, this is going to be a hard part for Christians to be able to get through. When we look at the stories of the Bible, right? The Christian Bible comes from the Jewish Torah. The Jewish Torah comes from the ancient Sumerian. We know this because the oldest stories that we have found, like the Epic of Gilgamesh, the Great Flood, Adam and Eve being created. These things, they all come from the ancient Sumerian scripts. So for me, my thinking is, okay, so the closer to back then, the closer you are to the actual story. Now, could there have been people along the way that were placed like to be, like a descendant of this bloodline, to be different, to be able to lead people? That's a conversation worth having.
Immaculate conception. Spirit reproduces with human woman. If every culture in the world that we know about, who's left any kind of written or physical record, is reaching the same conclusions about something, maybe there's something there. And maybe it's not so crazy to think that what everyone else has always thought since the beginning of time, which that there is this combination in cases of, human beings and the spiritual realm, whatever that is. I can speak about it with no precision at all because I don't understand the specifics of it, but I know that it has been written about since people have been writing.
One of the few people we know Tucker has actually spoken to about UFOs is Dr. Gary Nolan. Nolan is part of the Invisible College, a Rosicrucian offshoot of academia that has been investigating the UFO phenomenon for decades. But we'll get into that later. In 2023, Tucker had Nolan on his show where they discussed the topic in detail. Here, Gary explains what he believes UFOs and aliens are.
I mean, look, if you're an intelligence, are you going to go down on a planet with a bunch of angry monkeys who might kill you? No, unlikely. You'll send some intermediary. Well, what kind of intermediary are you going to send? You're going to send something that maybe almost looks like them, but isn't them. So I think, and this is, again, from inside the intelligence community, most of what we think we're seeing are avatars, biological robots that are basically put there to be the minions, if you will.
And that's the current view of the incel community.
It is a hypothesis.
What could possibly be controlling these biological machines that were built specifically to interact with us? To answer this question, I only had to look at other interviews Gary Nolan has done, like this one from 2022 on the Lex Fridman podcast. Again, the language Gary uses is very important here.
How would you, as a higher intelligence, represent yourself to a lesser intelligence? Well, let's go back to pre-civilization. Maybe you show yourself as the spirits in the forest, and you give messages through that. Once you get a little bit more civilized, then you show yourself as the gods. And then you're God. Well, we don't believe in God anymore necessarily. Not everybody does. So what do we believe in? We believe in technology. So you show yourself as a form of technology, right? But the common thread is you're not alone. And there's something else here with you. And there's something that's, as you said, watching you, and at least watching over your shoulder. But I think that, like any good parent, you don't tell your student everything. You make them learn. And learning requires mistakes, because if you tell them everything, then they get lazy.
Keep in mind, this is one of the leading academics on the UFO topic in the world.
My problem with that is it just shows you the indifference. If that's actually what's going on, it shows you really the indifference. It's like, well, we need them to get to this goal, and we got to make them work for it. The same way lab rats in a maze work. You know what I'm saying? But this maze, you know, you get 1,000 lab rats, only 10 will survive, and it's like, well, fuck it, let the rest die, and we'll see which ones survive. That shows a certain type of indifference and a type of thinking towards humans that might be less than favorable to us.
Yet he's explaining the UFO phenomenon using terminology that is interchangeable with how someone would describe a guardian angel. The picture becomes even more complete with this clip from the 2023 SALT conference.
What do you, Gary, Dr. Nolan, you have to speculate. What do you think it is? Let's be bold.
I think it is an advanced form of intelligence, something that we don't understand, that is using some kind of intermediaries. You know, it's not that they walk amongst us, that, you know, wearing a skin suit are actually the alien, right? No, you're going to basically put something there that is, I think of it as an intelligence test. Can you see what's in front of you for what it really is? Yeah. Can you see the anomalous data point that is there that you realize what it is? I mean, when the South American native tribes first saw the Spanish ships coming across the horizon, they didn't realize what it was. They couldn't see it for what it was. So you just need to show yourself to enough to acculturate.
Yeah.
Now, if you've been around for a long time, and this is something that I do think has been, they've been around for a long time, they are affecting our culture, right? It's actually often thought that many of the religions that we think of as the most important have been part of this process.
Dr. Jacques Vallée, international authority on the UFO experience.
The first thing I'd like to dispel is a frequent misconception that UFOs are limited to this country. Very often people ask me, how come I never hear about UFOs in other parts of the world? How come we only hear about UFOs in America? Well, UFOs are not an American phenomenon. They are a worldwide phenomenon. That's one of their most dramatic characteristics. The first major wave of sightings, and sightings tend to come in very intense series over a couple of months over a given region of the world. The first such major wave occurred over Scandinavia in 1946.
Arguably the most famous ufologist in the world living today is Dr. Jacques Vallée. Vallée has been involved in ufology longer than I've been alive. In fact, he was featured as a character in the Steven Spielberg film Close Encounters of the Third Kind. And he wasn't the only one featured. Although an actor played Jacques Vallée in the film because of scheduling conflicts, his friend and fellow Rosicrucian, J. Allen Hynek, was featured in the film as a cameo. Dr. J. Allen Hynek's origin with UFOs goes all the way back to 1952, where as an astronomer he served as the scientific advisor for Project Blue Book, a study of UFOs conducted by the U.S. Air Force from 1952 to 1969.
Jacques Vallée is just one of these people, right, that you come across his work and he's fascinating. So I thought it was strange that not only was he a person who was, pre-engineered ARPANET, right? He was on ARPANET, which is pre-internet. He was creating that at the same time as being obsessed with UFOs and doing, being a ufologist.
Another thing that was really fascinating about your book was you were talking about how much religion he studied.
Yes. That was really interesting. So in the book, what I do is I uncover not just him, but Allen Hynek. They were friends.
I mean, I don't see how this is very hard. If you look at the pattern, like I don't understand why. If you're somebody that's seriously looking at the subject, right? Anybody knows you get closest to the source when you go to the oldest story, right? Or the oldest version of the story. So if you go back to this, this in the sky, you keep going back, and all through humanity, it's there. And what I think actually changed is people started calling them different names. And if there's anything to these stories, then, you know, maybe whatever these gods are, they're supposed to be coming through to our realm soon. But what if that's not a good thing? Like, what if them coming through to our realm signifies the beginning of a new cycle, right? And we get a couple years that they're here, and we, you know, like fun, yes, the gods are here, blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, everything goes to shit. Like, they have to reset, so they have to kill everybody off to start civilization again.
And they were both Rosicrucians, which is a form of, he might not like me to say this, but it's a form of mystical Christianity in a sense, but a lot of Rosicrucians don't view their roots as Christian. They look at it as Egyptian, and both of them believe in this kind of life, this meditating and things like that. And so I included references. Everything I say in my books, by the way, I pass to the person that I'm writing the chapter about. So everything that I said about Jacques, I gave it to him beforehand, and I said, are you okay with me saying this publicly? And so it passed all the tests. And I also talk about going to his apartment and seeing his library, which is an amazing library. And he has stained glass from Chartres Cathedral. And Chartres Cathedral is a special place for Rosicrucians, like a special place of presence of the sacred. So, and he actually did those himself. So he learned how to do stained glass from people at Chartres, by the way. And yeah, just amazing. And he had a lot of books on angels and fallen angels in that library, like almost like it was almost like going into the Vatican archive, going into this place.
You ever think about that? Like, what it, like when they say a fallen angel, like, it's basically somebody that is supposed to be one of these people from that came down and intermingled with humans. And the gods seen that as a bad thing. Like, and the story is constant from in the Judeo-Christian Islamic religions. You have, you know, Satan working as the snake and giving humans intellect. You know, if you go back to the Sumerians, it was Enki giving Adapa and his wife, Adam and Eve, the ability of knowledge and self-understanding and the ability to reproduce. So it's always there.
Because these looked like first editions or close. So, you know, really, really old books about this topic.
Fallen angel.
Yeah. I was pretty shocked when I went. We were going to have lunch and talk about the crash site and maybe talk about, you know, what I learned from Tyler and that kind of thing. And we went to lunch, and then he said, do you want to see the library? And I was like, yes, of course. So I saw the handwritten documents from Project Blue Book, and that was just going into the library. That wasn't actually in the library. Then when we got in there, I noticed big bookcases of these books, and of course I was drawn to them. And he said he picked out one and he opened it, and it was about angels, and he said this is a book about angels. And I could see that, and I was looking at it, I was like, wow. And then I looked at the other bookshelf, and that bookshelf was just as impressive. And then it was about fallen angels. He said, oh, this one's about fallen angels. And then he made a joke, and he said, you can't have one without the other.
The Rosicrucian tradition really only broke the surface in human history in the 1600s. The first Rosicrucian documents appeared in the 1600s with texts like Fama Fraternitatis in 1604 in Germany. Now, when these Rosicrucian texts first became available, one of the things that they emphasized in these texts was that the Rosicrucian organization wasn't connected to any one authoritative teacher, and it wasn't connected to any particular type of control structure. There was no institution for it. It was really a very free and independent path of modern initiation. Now, the challenge of explaining some of the more obscure aspects of Rosicrucian spiritual initiation is that some of the
Yo, thank you very much. I don't know if people be wanting their names out there, but for the person that just donated, thank you very much.
practices really don't make a lot of sense until you understand the context that they're within. So we have to present a little bit of the Rosicrucian view of the context of all created life and for the evolution of the human being. So it all begins understanding the whole set of processes by understanding where everything comes from. So starting from these differentiated thought forms in the mind of God at a very high level, those thought forms have within them specific patterns. The pattern of what will later become something that crystallizes into the physical world, or the nature of a spiritual being, or a spiritual process of some type. So as the thoughts from the mind of God move down and we have the manifested beings, in the classical Western tradition, there is understood to be 9 different ranks of angelic beings. These different beings are of different levels of maturity, have different levels of the expansion of their consciousness, and different possibilities for action. They invisibly guide and affect our consciousness and life every minute of every day, but we don't perceive it, just as we don't normally have organs to perceive non-physical realities until they're developed. In classical texts, they describe the spiritual hierarchies, they describe the angelic beings in very specific ways. Their names actually mean particular things. So if you look at the names of the archangels, Raphael means God heals. The name Michael means who is as God. So different beings, their names actually mean something. The angels are sometimes referred to as God's messengers. And it was understood that we had to actually be clear about what beings were interacting with us. Because if we just say, oh, I spoke to God or God told me this, it's too amorphous. We don't know what being's actually speaking to us.
Right.
And not all the beings are beneficial. If we take a look at what we're looking at tonight, there's another pattern that's laid within the tree of life, which is that it has 3 different pillars inside of it. There are beings that connect to the middle pillar. They go all the way up and all the way down. That means they connect to the highest levels of the Godhead, and they also connect all the way down to the level of the manifest creation. This is connected to the Christ or Christic beings, or within the monotheistic traditions of Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, they refer to them as Michaelic beings. And so that idea that Michael holds the quality of the Godhead, but reduced in scale to where it can be interacted with at an archangelic level. So toward one hand, toward the left-hand pillar, you have spiritual beings that don't understand or really care for the physical world. They're not into that. The physical world is something that seems like a place of suffering. And many of the ancient traditions of the world were heavily influenced by these beings, with teachings of the physical world being an illusion, of the physical world being a place of suffering, get off the cycle of karma and reincarnation, etc. These spiritual beings are advanced spiritual beings, more advanced than human beings. And they also have tremendous spiritual light. When one encounters them, one does not encounter a being of darkness. One encounters a being of tremendous light. And so the name given to the leader of this particular spiritual group was Lucifer. But the Luciferic beings were understood as beings of great spiritual light, but who do not completely understand physical reality or the process of human evolution in the physical world. To them, it seems like we're children being tortured in a place we don't need to be, so get off the cycle and go back to spirit. Now, on the other hand, as you might imagine, it's the exact opposite polarity. It's going to be deeply connected to the process of linking onto the physical materialization process and loving physicality. And in the Persian Zoroastrian tradition, they referred to these beings as Angramenu or Araman. So human beings can fall into this as well by becoming completely materialistic, so that we don't even believe that spirit exists. Spirit is some type of illusion that we have. There's nothing but random evolution over time through completely physical biological processes, and there is no spirit, there's nothing of that kind. So this becomes a kind of modern materialistic scientific perspective that's very sharp in some ways, but has absolutely no spiritual perception. And so for complete materialists, they fall completely into this pillar. Now the Aramanic aspect then took on other names and other times. The Gnostics referred to the being of Araman, or the beings of the same quality referred to as Aramanic beings, as the demiurge. So you read all these Gnostic texts about the demiurge, the dark lord of this earth that created the physical world. It has many different manifestations in the Gnostic text, and you can find variants on that in other traditions as well, like in South America. Then in Egypt, this polarity was referred to as Set. That term Set, when the Hebrew people left Egypt, led by Moses, who had been initiated in the Egyptian temples, that term Set became Ha-Satan, and so Set became Satan. Now Ha-Satan is a Hebrew term meaning the adversary, and so it means that this is a being that has an adversarial relationship to the human being. Now this idea of holding the balance between these two types of beings is something that plays out in everyday life, and it's a constant dynamic process for every human being. If we were to strip away the veil, we would see that these invisible Luciferic and Ahrimanic beings are influencing our consciousness at all times to go to one direction or the other, just as the beneficial beings are also connecting with us. And in the ancient temple science, it was understood that our connection to these beings was purely through resonance. When we think in a particular manner, when we feel in a particular manner, all of our thoughts, all of our feelings, all of our internal states have an energetic quality to them, and they will resonate like an antenna with qualities of the exact.
I think that there is something to that. Like, the best example I can give you is like, go like 3 or 4 months without a haircut. You know what I'm saying? Just low key doing nothing. And then, you know, get some brand new clothes, get a haircut, and dress up, and you'll feel a total difference. And that difference of feeling in your, you know, being fresh and all that, that also even changes the way you think. Things are possible now for some strange reason. So, yeah, you know, if you, it's the same thing, like even in sports. If you don't think you're the best, you're not going to be the best. Every motherfucker that's like really good believes in his heart that he is the best, and you have to.
Same type in the other worlds. We're influenced by these types of beings all the time. We are like fish that live in an ocean that don't know there's any water. These beings are surrounding us all the time, and our boundaries are actually not solid. They move through us, our consciousness, our feeling life all the time.
I think it's really necessary to know what these angels are, where they come from, and what their motivations might be. Now we need to know how they interact with a human being. And to do that, we have to understand the different bodies of the human being, because these other bodies are where most of these interactions are taking place.
So the next thing we want to look at is the structure of the human being. There are different levels of a human being. In the esoteric tradition, we'll talk about a human physical body. In Sanskrit, they refer to as the sheath made of food. That's the literal name in Sanskrit for the physical body, the sheath made of food, because we take in physical substance, we put it into a field of force that is the outline of our body, and then it fills it out with physical substance. Then we have the level of life energy, that's called chi, ki, prana in the East, or the etheric in the West, from the Greek term for life energy. It's related to the element of water in physical elements. Then we have our consciousness body, which includes both our emotional and mental function. Sometimes this is referred to generally as the astral, or sometimes it's broken down to being the emotional and mental body, which can also be referred to as the lower and upper astral. But there are all just various ways to break it apart. But essentially it's the consciousness field of God that we bring into ourselves as an individualized astral body. And that emotion and mind aspect is related to the element of air. And then our self-awareness, our I am presence, is related to fire. This is what the Rosicrucians refer to as the ego with a capital E. But it's important to understand that when they say that, they don't mean the ego of psychology. It's not your little ego. This is your I am presence. This is your divine spark of being self-aware. So that's the whole thing through the Jewish Kabbalistic mysteries of the burning bush, I am the I am, the seven I am sayings of the Christ in the Gospel of John, etc.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
You suggest that UFOs are deliberately trying to manipulate our subconscious mind to create a mythology in our culture about themselves, which is one of the reasons that they're both physical.
Yeah, I tell people all the time about this idea. And to be honest, the first time I heard this idea, believe it or not, was in Monsters of California, right? There is a scene when they're in this little fucking trailer, and this guy, he's like, y'all gotta tell you this, and he's trying to explain the theory to him. And basically the NHI different cultures in different ways to gain like maybe the more people that believe in them in this way, the loosh that's created from praising and all that goes to them and doesn't feed the other ones. And the whole game is about, like, imagine playing Risk, but you're doing it in a religious conversion mode. How would you convert all of these people to your religion?
And concrete, yet very elusive at the same time. Do you still feel that way?
Could the UFO phenomenon be manipulating us? Could it be a teaching system of some sort? Perhaps something that we are creating ourselves, perhaps a series of images that we are projecting. I think Carl Jung came very close to expressing that idea in one of his books.
Now, the reference to Carl Jung at the end isn't accidental. Jungian psychology is often used as a mask to hide these more esoteric ideas within ufology. Now, Carl Jung was a Swiss psychologist who introduced the idea of archetypes, which are universal symbols shared by all humans in dreams, stories, and myths. Now, these include figures representing wisdom, protection, guidance, similar to angels in various spiritual traditions. Though not directly influenced by Rosicrucianism, Jung's work was shaped by mystical traditions like alchemy and Gnosticism, which served as the source for Rosicrucian ideas. This connection led to Jungian psychology's popularity in ufology, where thought leaders like Jacques Vallée and J. Allen Hynek found direct parallels between Jungian archetypes and their own UFO research.
I mean, I wrote about synchronicity in American Cosmic. I've talked about some of the things that happened to me with respect to synchronicity. You know, Jacques, back in the day, and even today, you know, still grapples with this idea of synchronicity and ties it into this invisible college, which is an early modern idea of Rosicrucianism, actually.
So beyond synchronicity, which is a very interesting topic by itself, there's another Jungian concept that I believe sheds even more light on this esoteric UFO worldview. And that is the dream.
Jung thought about the dream as nature speaking of its own accord. And so his idea was, well, when you sleep, you dream, but the dream happens to you. It's not something that you create the way that, and you don't even think about creating it. Because I might say, well, what are you thinking about? And you'll say, I'm thinking about whatever it is, and you'll take credit in some sense for thinking that because it seems like a voluntary activity. But what happens at night is that you think, but you think involuntarily. And so what Jung would say is that means that something is thinking in you. There are things that think in you. What are those things? And what are they thinking? And why are they thinking it?
The same thing here. Higher spiritual beings can give us information about what we...
I think it's the eternal conflict of, like, I think when we look at society, like, a lot of these rules and the way things are isn't the way we are supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't... Like, that's why people grapple with these, like, good and bad choices. And I think, you know, what thinks that involuntary thinking is just all that repressed either joy, like some very good moment in your life, and you're, like, you know, feeling great, and you have a good dream, or you have a lot of depressed shit, and you have something that's more troubling. Maybe. What the fuck do I know?
Need to do with our lives, to help other people, all kinds of great processes, if we have the core concepts to begin with that they can work with. Otherwise, it's really hard to communicate with us in a way that moves up to their level.
The dream is trying to tell you what it's trying to tell you as clear as it can. That's just the best it can do. And so you could think of the dream, and this is, I believe, the right way to think about it. The dream is the birthplace of thought, the same way that artists are the birthplace of culture.
They are affecting our culture.
Many of the religions that we think of as the most important have been part of this process.
It's exactly the same process. It's that your mind is groping outward to try to comprehend what it has not yet comprehended. And it does that first by trying to map it onto image.
Some people will process the clairvoyance primarily through a type of internal sight, and they see all these images on their mental screen. A lot of those images are not actually present in the spiritual world, but they're how they clothe non-physical realities so they can access it and they can work with it. And so that's the imagination stage. We can now see non-physical realities in the mind's eye. We can't see with the physical eyes that there's an angelic being in front of us, but in the mind's eye we can begin to perceive that form.
Eyes. I've never seen his eyes before.
But you said they were friendly.
It's pounding in my head. Pull the binoculars away. God, give me strength.
All right.
Pull it down. Run! Pull these binoculars down and run. God! If they were God, give me strength. I gotta get away. Oh! Babe! We gotta get away, babe!
All right. Calm down.
I'm driving. I gotta get away.
Hell yeah. This was great by Tupa. This was great. Nicely put together. Awesome sauce. Guys, thanks for hanging out for all this time. I appreciate you very much. We're going to call it a night. You guys have a great one.